over real quick. You go. Because we are going to be straying away from the module soon. I'd like to start taking a lot more strict notes on my end than what I have been. So, real quick.
It won't work.
Why does it not work?
I don't know. And then when I refresh it or like open Roll20 again, it like, well, it didn't do it that time, but it was like my third time I'm trying to open it. And now it works because you're looking. What?
Focus for writing notes.
Mm-hmm. You're.
I am what?
You could at least mute yourself. It's very annoying.
Echo, echo, echo.
I'm gonna punch you.
Promise?
What are you looking for?
Notebook.
What notebook?
For taking notes, DM notes. Didn't you get me a notebook at one point?
Am I your mother?
I'm not going to say what was just popping into my head.
If you get a present, you need to take track of it. I can't handle that. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Suffer.
Sit back down and not help you.
By the way, if Perky like just randomly busts out and laughs, it's because our dogs are gay for each other. They literally are humping each other nonstop.
Nice.
Aww, Perky, the dogs are gay.
They're incesty, and our cats are gay because Covington is now breeding with Loki, and it's great.
They're just like the World of Warcraft dragons.
They could be gay too. And the centaurs.
Even the frogs.
Gay frogs.
So every once in a while, like, he'll probably hear from the basement me saying, "Stop humping your sister."
The gay frogs are only if there's chemicals in the water. This one. I have. You know what? Cat move, please.
Nope. You know that you could put a computer and you could like type notes on your computer, right?
Yes, but it's easier and quicker to do shorthand in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Get some computer paper.
Unless we all learn stenography type.
Do you know stenography?
No, but I've watched videos on how to learn, and I'm like, that's so impressive.
It is very impressive. So first order of business, opening up a bank, right? Bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all were wanting to start on this. What did you call it, Brock?
What did I call it?
We called it a lot of things.
Yeah. There are words used.
So, like,
Something in Monopolies.
Oh,
Oh,
no, that was
merchants and monopolies.
yeah.
Merchants and Monopoly, yeah. I will never have to buy mechanical pencils again when you have, what's this, 150 mechanical pencils.
Yep.
Buy a teacher's pack of mechanical pencils, you'll never need to buy another one. You'll
joke
die
on you, I'm
before you
gonna
run
lose
out.
all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yep.
go back to having those pencils where you took the tip out and shoved it back in the other end, and it shoved a new one through.
Yep.
They were so good.
Then you lost one of them, and you're like, well, I guess I can't use this pencil ever again.
Yep.
I
Alright.
hear ya.
Let me find where I have my first free page from the last time I was taking notes on stuff. I do believe that's my first free page. That is my first free page. Alright. Now, I have a request of Kaylin. Real
What?
quick. Do you have the date that I gave you for what today is? 'Cause I know you were tracking
You didn't give me the date for today.
that. The last date that you had.
Yeah, one check.
Because I'm totally not going to do a timer on some events. Unless it would be pertinent to have. Totally not.
Mm-hmm. Gotta find where I saved it. I think it's like the 23rd or something.
Of chess, I do believe.
Yeah, what day's Draxus's birthday? 26th?
I don't think I actually ever set a birthday for him.
Yeah, it was the same day as yours.
Oh, mine's the 30th, so whatever.
Okay,
relates back
so
to
then it's
March.
so it's the 26th of chess. Because you said it had been about 3 days since that thing. So it's Draxus's birthday in 4 days.
Cool. 4 in-game days.
Yeah.
I forgot that you can't really erase very easily on natural paper.
Man, if only you hadn't lost the D&D notebook that I got you.
I'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Merchants and monopolies. Fuck
merchants
the
and
dragon. Let's start a monopoly.
I don't play Monopoly Go anymore. It made me angry.
I was gonna say everyone I know who played Monopoly Go no longer plays Monopoly Go, and I don't know why.
Because I got tired of not having any dice to be able to do anything with unless you spent real money on it.
Well, it's a monopoly, isn't it? That's what they're trying to do. Anywho, you all are now in the walls of the city of Neverwinter, one of the largest cities on the Sword Coast. After your various adventures happen to lead to a surprise encounter with a Dracolich, which you had narrowly escaped when you were heading to which you narrowly escaped. You happen to be heading to Neverwinter anyway, so as to buy and find magic items, or at least source them, for your various adventures, as well as, I do believe you guys were going to a lumber mill nearby
At some point, yeah.
at some point. But yes, you all awake, rested in the Hall of Justice, the temple to Tyr.
Or
Thanks to
Fear
your
Torm.
Tyr and Torn. I'm gonna say Tyr is the main deity of
Okay.
the temple.
Okay, yeah.
But like the entirety of the triad is welcome there and has little halls to worship. Thanks to your cleric being able to pull not only rank
Which
with.
one?
If I'm going to refer to you, you are the rogue.
Mhm.
I don't care if you end up getting more levels of cleric than he does, you're still the rogue. Because of your cleric being able to pull not only his rank in the church, but also his rank as a member of the
Order of the Gauntlet.
Order of the Gauntlet. That's the one. Thank you. You all awake. Lothar, you're feeling a wee bit groggy this morning because you had to stay up to.
Good thing I got a thing of endless coffee.
But yeah, you drink from your coffee. Roll me a d20. A 15. You're fine. Your magic item does not throw a hissy fit and not wish to dispense coffee for you.
I drank more coffee.
Still doesn't throw a hissy fit. All right. Still doesn't throw a hissy fit. You gonna keep drinking until it throws a hissy fit?
No, I'm just drinking as much coffee as I typically drink in the morning.
3 cups?
Oh, way more than that. I have about 5 16-ounce mugs.
So roll 2 more times.
Let's go, baby. We're just waking up, man. We're just waking up.
Yeah, doesn't throw a hissy fit at all.
I'm sure
You
that
you
yeah,
get all your coffee in you.
I'm sure your stomach's not gonna throw its own hissy fit later.
Honestly, no,
Oh, it's
He eats enough cheese. It's fine.
no. But not only that, I've been drinking that much coffee for the last 20 years. That doesn't happen to me.
We're gonna walk out and Lothar's gonna have the jitters.
Nah, I need that to get normal. What the hell y'all talking about?
Oh, I wasn't talking about the jitters. I was talking about the shitters.
Ah. So,
Ah.
you are now within the walls of Neverwinter. What are you all wishing to do as you wake up?
First
your
things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. No,
Is it
I want
because
to
they
try.
didn't feed Phil?
I want to try and find a cleric to cast Regenerate on Ginkgo.
All right. Let me pull up spell casting services.
I was hoping there was one here in the Hall of Justice.
Oh, you're in a metropolis. There's definitely going to be one in here. It's more along the lines of you're still technically buying a service.
I
You
get
get a
it.
discount because you are a cleric of the church, but you're still going to have to
Oh, I get it. I get it. I mean, I wouldn't expect
make
it
a
free.
donation to the church's charity box.
That's how it works, baby.
Make a quote unquote donation. What are you trying to find? Regenerate?
Yeah, Regenerate. It's a 7th level spell.
All right.
The mats aren't, the material is not bad. So
We also want to find a ring of regeneration, right?
yeah, if we can find that just to have like.
No, but if we can find any information on where
Yeah.
we might be able to find one, I guess would be the better way to put it.
All right. Sorry, I am
No worries.
looking at how to do costs. All right. This is the first time that I've actually had somebody utilize a spellcasting service. So I actually, I'm learning these rules as we speak.
Remember, remember, boys and girls, nothing's free.
Wow. According to
Not even the
Adventures League,
store?
according to Adventures League on how they do stuff, it's super cheap, and I don't think that makes sense because you're finding a cleric that can cast a 7th level spell. But so I'll just change it a little bit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can tell you how we used to do it back in the day when you saw the services.
Sure.
So basically, it's the same. Think of it the same way as the point buy system, in the sense of like, for a first and second level spell, it's 100 gold per spell level.
Yeah.
And then you do, and then 3 and 4, it's 150 a spell level. That way. That's the way we always did it.
Does it stack so it's like 100?
Yeah. So like
350.
Yeah, 350.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how we always did it.
I really like that.
Because like I don't know if that was actually like, I don't know any, like that was just a house rule we had, so I don't know how close that is to other people's, but we always kind of did that and it felt fair. Because, if you're getting somebody to cast, like they're doing a service, 100 gold for a first level spell, 200 gold, and at that point too, you're not necessarily dealing with, if you're getting a service to cast a spell, I mean, 100 gold is not really, I mean, it's a lot of gold, yes, but, well, I don't know what it is comparison to 5e, because gold was much more plentiful back in 3.5. Hell, you just stumbled across 1,000 gold. So I don't really know. I mean, but you can adjust the levels however you want. Hell, you can do whatever you want, really.
So, you want to know what how much regeneration is according to Adventures League rules?
What's that?
490 gold. That's
That is
it.
way too cheap. That's way too cheap for a
Yeah,
7th level spell.
Yeah. According to how they figured it out, is you square the level, then you multiply it by 10. And then any consumed materials is another times 2, and then any non-consumed materials is 1/10 of it.
Yeah, that's too low.
As way too low.
Ginkgo will help make prayer pamphlets and shit for the temple. As payment, I can copy shit on Makenku. I am like a portable what is it?
Printing press.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'll do it 100 for first and second, 200 for third and fourth, and then anything above that's going to be like really, because finding a person who can cast a 5th level spell is ridiculous. Most people don't get past that.
I mean, that's why I was hoping that we, in the Hall of Justice, we would find, in this city, we'd find at least a person. And I was telling Eva earlier today, it's going to be more of like they probably don't have that spell prepared right now. You got to make an appointment for like, tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
I just pictured Ginkgo sitting in a doctor's office, like on one of those exam like bed things, just sitting, like taking over, just kicking his feet because he's all short, and then they're like, so what hurts? And he just points at his fucking hand. He's like,
all right. I have decided how I would use spellcasting services. 7th level, it will be 5,000. I mean, it's a 7th level spell.
Hello, small child. What you doing in here?
Is the ring cheaper?
It's right there.
How much would the Ring of Regeneration? There's no way the ring's cheaper than that.
I was gonna say you can go out and check beforehand. I mean, you are going to have to set up an appointment. They don't just stock regeneration. They tend to stock spell. So how they prep their spells here is the common folk. The common folk don't need or could afford regeneration.
What's the other one that could bring Ginkgo's hand back? Is it just
It's
regeneration?
it's ring of regeneration or the spell regeneration.
Oh. There's not another spell that regrows hand?
Wish.
Yeah, I was misusing restoration because I thought I heard Brock say restoration, but I was thinking
Oh.
spell, so that's why. That's probably why it's in your brain.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you guys can, if you so wish, go try to find a magic item salesman. You're in a metropolis, so they come and go, and
Wouldn't hurt.
also,
We could do that on the way to the bank.
I was thinking we could try to sell some of those gems because Persuading makes Persuader sitting over there could probably sell them for more than they're worth.
Ginkgo turns them into jewelry. We sell them for even more. That's why we were saying monopolies, people. Merchants and monopolies.
Forget adventuring. We just create a conglomerate of
We are a
businesses that
jewelry
make us
business?
money.
Just permanently derails the campaign.
I mean, it's D&D 5e. That's about par for the course.
That's the thing of my campaign that I'm working on. Build yourself a city, make businesses, occasionally go out to adventure just to supplement your income.
Wait, what just happened? Business.
My campaign is a Brave New World D&D version.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see if we can find a magic. Well, let's see. Okay, so I want to find a jewel shop,
Okay.
a magic item vendor shop, and then we'll make our way to a bank.
All right. So, Obi, you actually do go to Neverwinter here and there, right?
Yeah,
It's not.
It's where I fairly often sell my blacksmithing goods, and also
So-
what I use as a guise for when I'm on my mission.
You would know that in order to sell stuff, you would need to go to the Blue Lake District. That's where a lot of the commerce tends to go through, due to the fact that there is a lot of docks, as well as like Protector's Enclave. Yeah, you can find places to sell. You'd probably be selling your wares there, but in terms of the average person, like average commerce, that'll be in the Blue Lake. However, in order to find specific shops, I'm going to need some rolls. So who is going to be heading this investigation?
I'd say have Obi do it because he's fairly,
Would he get an advantage?
familiar with the
because he
city
comes
as
here
a whole.
often?
So
Obi, due to the fact that he frequents Neverwinter, I would say he would have advantage on this.
Obi, do it.
All right, Obi, how are you going to try to find it? Are you going to be asking around? Are you going by rote memory? What are you doing? Describe to me how Obi is finding this place.
So depending on what exactly it is we're looking for, because I'd say if it has anything to do with minerals, gems, sort of, that general area, I figured Obi would know in general, exactly where those shops are. Anything else is probably asking around.
All
It's
right.
a ring of regeneration. I don't know if they have gems on them.
Going
It's
for
metal.
asking around, could you make me a persuasion check at advantage to see about asking around on this? I will also accept investigation.
21.
Nat 2021. Good job. Yes. You ask around, and being a dwarf yourself, if you're going for minerals, you gotta speak to a dwarf. And you just walk up to what seems to be, just an average blacksmith, but you happen to notice that there's a fine and jewel-encrusted hammer in the back that's like a showpiece. And you end up talking with the blacksmith, and then very easily he's like, "Oh yeah, if you wanna go and find yourself a nice jeweler, go find what was his name? His name was Garib. He's just down that way about 2 blocks. He's in a little, well, it's little on the outside, big on the inside. Man's got money for days.
It's a
He's
TARDIS.
able to spend it. And he points you to the direction of a dwarven jeweler by the name of Garib.
Well, my
Rolling
dear
for HP.
friends, I feel like
Sorry, I just was clicking shit.
You're fine.
it is about our time to head in that general direction.
All right. So,
I have a question.
yeah, go ahead.
So, I know Kenkus are extremely rare.
Yes.
Am I getting stared at? Like, should I? Because, okay, so with my herbalism skill, I get a mask of some sort. I was thinking Plague Doctor mask because it would cover up my beak too to disguise it.
So you are a rare breed. However, you are also in a metropolis where a lot of people come and go. You'd probably get looks every now and then, but it's not like a lot. Like if you were to be walking around in a smaller town, you're definitely going to get looks. Here, it's going to be more along the lines of, "Oh, wow, there's a Kenko here. Interesting." Whereas a smaller town might be like, "Harbinger of death, back, foul beasts."
Even
That is a
I'm home
good
here.
point.
You're probably
What
getting
was
as many looks as I am.
So my
Actually, you're getting no looks. You're just a tiefling. Tieflings are rare, but they're not unheard of. Actually, as a matter of fact, roll me a d20 to see if there's any sort of interactions that happen on the streets. Any sort of encounters throughout the city.
Who are you asking to roll?
Anyone. Someone roll me a d20.
because my question is like I know Dampiers aren't rare, but I know
Yeah, but
they're
you
kind
also
of-
don't look like anything. You just look like a person until somebody like looks. And in
Don't
passing,
smile.
no one's gonna look. Yeah. All right.
know, I was
Obi
just
rolled
wondering
a
if
6.
if like I would get like more trouble than the rest because I know like people kind of look like how they look down kind of on Draxus because he's a tiefling because we're considered bad.
So when you go to metropolises, it's like there is still going to be that sort of thing, but it's a lot less because there's so much diversity here.
Okay.
So with a 6, you happen to come across as you're walking to your destination, someone I can never pronounce this word.
Proselyting.
Thank you. For Kellamvor.
We have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior, Born.
Do we have to talk about our Lord and Savior cheese?
Kellamvor is the Lord of the Dead,
Oh no.
God of Death. However, they're not evil. They're neutral. They are a judge. That's it.
Yeah, I don't do religion. Just keep walking, don't make eye contact.
Was I forced to stable Ruin when I came in, or is he still following us all around?
You don't have to stable your horse. You can literally ride your horse throughout here. The streets are wide enough. It's a metropolis.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like only like the guards could have them, or they have to stay outside in a stable or whatever.
You could definitely have stabled him at the Hall of Justice.
Yeah,
They-
I did that.
They're probably going to be like, devil horse? Question mark. But you came in with a cleric of Tyr. Or Torm.
Yeah, he's just like, I vouch for that guy. He's good-ish.
Question mark maybe. I'm brain farting hard. It's Tyr, right?
Sorry, Brock. I'm literally repeating everything you guys are saying. Brock's just grabbing something to drink. It's Torm. Torm is
Torm.
who he worships.
Tyr,
Tyr and
Torm,
Torm, I get
Abathor, same thing.
Tyr and Torm. I always get confused because their names are so similar.
Yeah, it happens.
I think it's because you originally went with Tyr, but didn't Tyr technically die? So you had.
Yeah,
to
I ended up going with Torm because I didn't know where we were. Tyr dies from Bane at some point. So in the current thing right now, Torm is the head of the triad.
Tyr is
And
dead right now. Yes.
okay, so that means the timeline. So Behemoth's not part of the triad yet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Quick, someone find his silver hand.
So, you eventually come to what looks to be a 2-story stone-walled building with a reinforced wooden door. It's very small, though. It's like very small and thin, caught between 2 different buildings. Like, it looks like this is maybe a wizard's tower at most. In fact, that it's more up and down rather than like wide. And as you're actually going towards the shop, what draws your eye is, rather than there being a hanging wooden sign, there's little motes of light that kind of sparkle and shine like gems. And as you get close, the motes of light reform into the actual name of the shop. The name of the shop is... I'm going off of random generators here because you will always find new stuff in a metropolis.
What section of the city are we in?
You are in the Blue Lake District. So if you'd like to move your token up to the Blue Lake District, so that's where you are. Your token. Yep, you got it. Where was that?
We're going to have
The name of the place is... I'm not going with that name. It was Crater's Gate was the one that it gave me. I was like, nah, that doesn't make sense. We'll call it the River's Gem. Alright, so you come up to the River's Gem. You just push your way in.
Might as well.
Alright.
It's a store.
You push your way in, and there's a bust sitting at the front of what looks to be a dwarven man, a very stately dwarven noble-looking man, and it turns to you and it opens its mouth and starts speaking. It says, "Welcome to the River's Gem. Have a look around. All are welcome here." And then it goes back to its pose. It's very fancy on the inside. Looking around, this man does have wealth. It is a jewelry shop more than it is a jewel shop.
Did that statue just talk?
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Not the weirdest thing we've seen.
No, that would be the giant dead dragon.
I'm pretty sure it's a dwarf
Yeah,
that
bite
we
it.
brought with us.
Did you say, can we fight it?
I walk up to the
Right.
bust. Excuse me, is there an individual here we can speak to about financial decisions?
The bust does not move. Make me an Arcana check.
Don't look behind the curtain.
I knock on its head and I'm like, hello?
With a 15, you would know this statue to have been magicked with the spell Magic Mouth, which activates whenever a certain thing happens, and it only spits out a certain message.
Oh.
So you have a feeling that when the door is opened, that is what is said.
I'm gonna walk over and repeatedly open the door.
You're
Oh my
gonna
God.
open it, then close it, then open it.
Yeah.
No.
Welcome to
Turkey, this just sounds like some bullshit you pull at Dayton Mall whenever we go to like Hot Topic or something that makes a ding when you go through.
I
love
walk
this store.
over to a counter or something that appears to be, a selling point.
I was gonna say, as Draxus is doing that, you see a very, very well dressed, like we're talking nobleman's clothes. We're talking his beard is done up in all sorts of jewelry, gold. Like Obi, you can look over and you're like, this man probably has like at least 5,000 gold worth of like stuff on him with just how bedazzled and decked out he is. Like
quick question.
Your rogue's eye just immediately sees that. Yes, go ahead.
Just for flavor, can we act like Obi already knows this guy as if he's the one I bought my wedding rings from for me and Moira?
Yes. However, you would remember that when you walked into the store, he already knew your name. For whatever reason, he knew your name.
He's your
The
dad.
first time I ever stepped in here?
First time you ever stepped in here, he greeted you by name.
Interesting.
And as you go towards the counter, Lothar, the dwarf cracks a big wide grin, says, "Lothar, how are you doing? Welcome to my establishment. What can I help you with?"
My dear sir, it's an amazing trick in how you already know my name. It is a very friendly greeting, and I greatly appreciate it.
Well, all are welcome here.
We have found a few gems, and we are hoping to exchange it for some more tangible currency.
All right. Do you have these gems on you, or am I going to be accompanying you towards the bank?
I have a couple on me at the moment. They are all of similar value.
All right.
Let me see. I think I officially have 3 of the emeralds on me at the moment.
All right, yeah. Do you pull out these emeralds?
Is there somewhere where you could go to have this conversation a little bit more private? Rather than just right in the front of the store? Like, did you have like a consultancy room or something?
I was gonna say, you guys are
Probably
the only
better.
ones in the store at the moment.
I don't care. You don't know who's looking in a window.
There are no windows.
Still,
It would be
when you're
translated
having a
inside to
conversation
outside.
of this,
Just have
you
Obi
usually
be on
step into an
lookout.
office.
He's got high enough perception.
He also thinks so far that you guys are coming in with like minor gems.
I just want to put this out there for everyone. The fact that he knew Obi's name before Obi even set foot. I have a theory, you guys. Could this guy possibly be part of that thieves guild that Obi's a part of? And like, I mean, he has something that he knows and he has information. Does he know we have a shit ton of are we about to get jumped for our gems later? I just want to put that out there, everyone. Just want to put that out there. For thoughts.
Say Drax is gonna walk up as like bodyguard, kind of back up in case something goes sour with how much money we have.
And look who you brought, Draxus.
He knows everybody's
Welcome,
name.
old friend.
Old friend, I've never met you before in my life.
Sure we have. He gives you like a little cheeky smile, like he's just fucking with you.
Lothar, this guy's magic. Can you juggle?
Can I juggle? It depends on what you're wanting me to juggle.
Lothar, this guy's weird. He's interesting.
There's
I'm not
somewhere we
going to
can.
juggle daggers. I need my hands for work.
How did you know my name?
I know everyone's name.
All right, so I look over at him and I said, "Dear sir, is there a way that you and I and my associates can speak in a more private setting?"
Yes, of course. Consultation room is to the back. However, I will ask that you do not bring your weapons with you, as well as any sort of other magical accoutrement. If you go over and he like waves his hand, and there's a locker that kind of appears. Oh, sorry, not a locker. That's modern day. A chest appears, uh, like right in front of you all. It's very
We don't have to
long,
all go
very.
in there.
No, just
You can
me,
leave the weapons
me and a couple other people. I
Yeah.
at least want 2 people with me.
Me, because I don't need weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hang out.
He opens up the chest and it is empty.
Nope. Give me your weapons.
Is it okay if my friend stays in here and I just handhold my shield and wallhammer
Of course.
and
Garib,
crossbow?
Garib, please come out from the back. And a second of the exact same person walks out of the back. This one has like jeweler's goggles on. And pulls them off. Yes, I certainly can watch the shop if that's what you need, Garib. Wonderful, Garib. And there's a second one that just sits there and
Fucking
sits off into a
simulacrum
corner.
wizard.
Yeah, he's a simulacrum wizard.
That's
The man
so
has
good.
money; he could buy one.
No shit, that's great. I love it.
All right. Put your belongings into the chest. They'll be safe and sound in my pocket dimension.
It's okay. We'll hang on to them.
All right. And the rest of you, who all's coming with?
No. I just kind of wave over at I wave at Obi, dwarf in the room.
Oh, you want Obi to go with you?
Yeah, dwarf in the room.
I'll hang on to your stuff.
Is it Ginkgo, Obi, and Lothar then?
Yeah.
Right. The 3 of you will go back. He will require you to put any weapons into the chest.
I'm handing my weapons off to, well, my staves,
Alright.
off to
Yeah.
Triss.
I'm putting.
Yeah,
I got,
we're just hanging on to them.
I got a crossbow, warhammer, and a shield. So
Let's
We
see.
can also have Scarlet
that
hold
you
them.
can see.
Let's see.
Are you
Obi's gotta
trying to?
Obi's got to put down his short sword, his 2 daggers, his short bow, his arrows,
It's Feely and Keely from
his bonus arrows,
Hobbit movies.
a crowbar, mining pick.
Actually, I hand Triss the bag of holding as well right now.
All right. Anything that goes into the chest, he'll close the chest up. He'll wave his hand. The chest will shrink.
Do not
I'll
put
pick
that
up the
bag
tiny
in
little-
the chest.
He'll pick up the tiny little chest and he'll put it in his shirt pocket. All right, now come on with me.
All right,
He'll
we
take
follow.
you to. He'll take you to like a back hallway into like one of the little private rooms where it's nice and quiet. And when you get in, there is tea already being poured by some invisible force.
Splendid. I do much appreciate a nice cup of tea during conversations of civil discord.
Of course. It's Earl Grey. Do you happen to want any
Yes.
sugar or cream with it?
Oh, just a mild amount of cream, and that will be all.
A little pitcher of cream floats up and pours into the cup. And what about the rest of you?
Now you're about to make Eva go make tea in a second.
Yeah, I'm devastated that I'm not in the room for Earl Grey.
Obi
I
will
wanna
just take
top
it
up.
straight.
What was that, Obi?
He just takes it straight.
Straight Earl Grey. And what about you?
One
Ginkgo,
half spoon of
half
sugar.
spoon of sugar. Yeah. Everything that you asked to be put into it is put into it by some invisible force, then carried over to you. He just while the entire time Garib goes and sits down in this large plush chair behind a desk. Yeah. He crosses one leg over the other and kind of leans back.
My dear sir, and I reach into my pocket and I grab out one of the emeralds. I did take a moment to look up to see about how large a 1000 GP emerald would be. It's
Yeah.
surprisingly smaller than you would initially think.
Yeah.
It's
Dude.
only 0.01 of a pound. It's 4 point. You just gotta think that's solid of an emerald.
Mm-hmm.
Carat's 23.6. It's
Still
still for an
huge.
emerald. It's huge. Don't get me wrong. It's massive. But like, I can actually ball one up in my hand and no one would ever know it was there.
Yeah.
That's more like, I don't know why. Like my head was in like Final Fantasy mode of like picking up this one that's like the size of a Goliath's head or some shit. I don't know.
No, most gems are about the same size. But it's just more of like you're finding a rarer gem when you're finding these.
So I put it on the table. And I said, my dear sir, we have a few of these gems, and we are hoping to do a currency exchange of types.
All right. He kind of gestures with his hands. Do you mind?
Very well.
Pick up the gem. What are the other two of you doing while he's doing this?
Keep my. I'm watching his hands very closely as I'm drinking my tea.
All right, make me a perception check. You happen to notice that there's nothing wrong with his hands. He's straight up front with his business.
I figured he was, but I just, it's one of those. You gotta be careful.
You do realize that he is probably wearing too many rings to look nice, though. But like, Obi would know that a lot of like high class or like dwarf nobles tend to just try to wear as much jewelry as possible.
Functionality be damned.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
Jersey.
much.
It's Jersey.
If they run out of space on their fingers for rings, they just start putting them on their beard.
Yeah, he's already bedazzled his beard too. The only finger that is not bedazzled is his ring finger. He's not married.
Ooh.
He's married to the job, baby.
He is married to the job. That's
He's
what
married to the grind, yes.
But yeah, he takes the gem and he starts looking it over, starts feeling it around in his hands. He eventually takes out that tiny chest again, looks it over, rubs it on his shirt, does a little flick of his hand, and a different chest pops into it. He sets it down, flicks it open, it grows, and he starts bringing out work equipment, various sorts of jeweler's kit things like magnifying glasses, scratch tests, all sorts of stuff. And he starts going over and he starts looking these gems over. I mean, he gets to the next one. It's a very uniform cut between the two of them. It's the next one. It's almost as if these were. Did you all happen to get these from a wizard with fabrication? They seem to be quite similar in their almost exactly the same. Quite curious.
I'm unsure if it came from a wizard of fabrication. We are adventurers, you see, and we have come across these, and we are just raw gems does not help our situation quite as well as it does fluid money.
I see. Although, if you were in the market for gems, I assume it would be diamonds, yes?
At occasions, maybe.
All right. Well, any sort of gems that you might need upon your travels, please come back to my establishment. Regardless, these gems here, I could probably get them to you for roughly around quite a gem. It'd have to be sold to a noble. That requires outsourcing. Luckily, you're in the right place for such thing. I could probably do. We'll call it 800 for each. So that would be 2,400 total.
My dear sir, I'm aware that does seem like a mighty fine offer, and I am greatly appreciative of it. However, I was hoping somewhere in the neighborhood of closer to 900 to 925 at minimum.
No, honey. You want to be asking for like 1,100. Because we know they're valued at 1,000. You want to be asking for 1,100 or 1,200.
I was hoping for a minimum of 15,433. No,
You
Almost made me
adventurers are
choke on a
quite-
worm.
I was
You
hoping.
advent-
I was hoping somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1,100 for the fine cut in which these are.
So 3,300 for all three.
They are quite fine, but you must realize that I still do have to find a buyer and outsource. As much as it is fine to have these, you're still taking your share home, as well as I would end up getting my cut once some Waterhaven noble happens to find his way over to good old Neverwinter for a nice dip into my shop. Either that, or I would need to send out a messenger owl or something similar, or perhaps a message spell. Actually, and he kind of taps his chin. I might know of a couple of buyers. Roll me a persuasion check.
That's what I've been waiting on.
30. He thinks about it for a bit and says, "How many of these gems do you have?"
All in all,
Is it just
total.
the 3?
No, sir. We do have plenty more. I just was not going to be walking around Neverwinter holding on to so many.
Very well. Very smart idea. That's how you get the Thieves Guild on you. The Zentarum, well, they're not exactly everywhere. They certainly have their hold here.
Obi just raises a brow.
But regardless, how many do you have? Perhaps we could strike a deal, sort of matched set sort of thing.
My sir, would there be a different wager for total value?
Mm-hmm.
I will assure you at the current moment I have enough gems to, how shall I say it delicately, topple many economies.
Looted a dragon sword, did we? Very well.
We did encounter a dragon, that is entirely true, sir. Multiple dragons.
Something just collapsed downstairs pretty loudly.
It was the dragon.
Yeah.
Would you like to go and make an investigation check?
Nah.
There's another adult downstairs.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, Lothar. If you happen to have a match set of 10, I will get you that 1,100 that you wanted for each gem. Anything beyond that, I would have to call in favors and such to get.
I understand entirely. That seems very fair. Can I will leave the 3 gems here currently as good faith, and we will go and retrieve the other 7 gems to match it.
Should I stay back in the room with him while you go?
I was actually going to have Obi and Moyer plan on staying behind if everyone else wants to leave.
Yeah, just keep it out. But like, cause I want to, cause I'm trying to, not say, hey, it's in the bag of holding in there. Triss has.
Yeah.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask Ginkgo. You don't really see a lot of Kinku as yourself around here. What brings you to Neverwinter?
I just hold up my hand. That's missing.
Oh, such a shame. Came here for a regeneration spell, I assume.
Or Ring of Regeneration. You got any information on one?
A ring of regeneration.
I myself am a jewel crafter, so I'm, speaking
You
to someone
are?
of a similar trade, I was wondering if you'd heard or come across one or know of where one might be located?
Make me a persuasion at advantage. All the nat 20s. Says, I don't know if they'd have it in. However, if you're wanting to happen to find who would be best, you'd probably want to go somewhere around the Merchants Guild Hall. It used to be a fort that the many arrows orcs happen to inhabit, but recently it's been repurposed. But you'll want to go into there, and you're going to see if there is a trader by the name of Groby, Ekin Groby.
Sorry, what was the first name again? I heard Groby. But
Sorry, Aaron Groby.
Okay.
Ekin is
I
better.
cannot read today. EranGroby. Erin was. You're going to look for her. She's not really a merchant, but she's more of an adventurer, and she happens to sell unnecessary things. Getting her to part with such a magic item, if she has it, is going to be quite a bit of coin, but, well, coin can be used. It's more of a liquid resource, as you have said before.
Thank you for the information. I appreciate it.
Of course. If you're looking for the guild hall, and he points you to over here. It's a little cross-shaped one. Type out the name. Double check the spelling.
How many of these gems do we have out of character?
50 total.
Oh, shit.
Well, we used 2 of them for the down payment for the
Yeah.
to pay for the keep.
Yeah, 49.
So well, no, we have 48. We used 2 of them for the keep, so we can buy the deed to the keep.
And for the taxes, wasn't it?
And for the taxes for the year.
Yeah. So that way we covered all that. So yeah. So right now we have 40. Because I took 5 out from the group to put in my personal holdings, so we didn't have them all showing.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 that I had on me, like personally.
Mm.
All right. So, is there any other business? Would you happen to be in the market for any gems? Diamonds, perhaps?
We will before we leave town.
Yeah.
We do have to have a discussion of what we do need, but we will be coming back to you for purchase of gems.
All right. Wonderful.
Oh, can I also purchase some? Well, I know this is no. I'll probably go to a different. I need to get some more jewelry wire.
As you start to falter, he gets like he leans in and reaches out for your good hand, not your stump, and kind of like holds it. Please speak your mind. We're all friends here.
As a jeweler to another jeweler, where do you recommend I get some more jewelry wire? I don't make things to sell. I make them for my party members and all that. And I make some hanging, glass work for local wildlife.
You adventurers in your strange kooky ways. Well, I'll tell you what. You come back with those 10 gems, and I'll toss in some jewelry wire for free for you.
Thank you, sir.
Very well, much obliged, sir.
Of course. Now, if that is all, then I have some more jewelry to make and to deal with in the back. So, yes. If you will head out this way, I'll lead you out back to the front, and Garib will be able to, and we're going to jump cut to Garib and the rest of the party. What are you all doing as you are being lazily watched over? He's not really watching, he's actually still tinkering with something that he was making.
I just want to go. Like, is it a shop with like, jewelry shops how they have like the gloss cases of things? You can just like window shop and browse. And, ooh, shiny. Do a Leonie Strathan.
Yep.
Yep. I'm just glancing at pretty things.
There are all sorts of pretty things here. Everything from rings to earrings, necklaces.
Wait a minute. Garib,
Yes.
Are you able to value pieces of jewelry? Do
I
you
am a
guys buy jewelry, or like at least from metal or whatever?
Yes.
So,
If it's not decent enough quality, we don't want to stain our name here.
well, that's true. I honestly could not tell you. I'd probably
I'd be
just shot
happy to.
myself in the foot with that, haven't I, Garib? But anyway, my wedding ring. Even for scrap, is that something that you could use?
I don't know why you'd want to be getting rid of such a precious thing, but I will look at it for you if you'd like.
My spouse has passed, and
I'm so sorry.
haven't worn it for a while anyway, and someone ought to get some use out of it.
All right. Come here, bring it here. I'll take a look at it.
So she takes it off the piece of leather that she wears around her neck with the ring on it and hands it over.
All right. Remind me again where you got this from. It's a background item, right?
Yeah, it's just it's like a little, I don't even know if I said if it was gold or silver. It has the word mine in I can't remember if it's Elven or Celestial written on the inner band. Yeah. It's from Merrill.
All right. Out of character. This is just a.
It is a piece of shit metal that is probably worth maybe a couple of like silver to a gold. She doesn't know that, but between you and I.
I was looking at your Outlander background. I was like, I don't remember that coming with jewelry.
It was just flavor.
Yeah, it was just flavor. Yeah, no, he looks it over and he brings down the goggles that he was using. He kind of looks it over and says, "I'm sorry, my dear. This is." He pulls it back up. This is a pauper's ring. It's good for getting a marriage in the temple and putting a ring on your betrothed, but it's not really worth much more than maybe a gold piece at most.
Could you use the metal, melt it down for something?
Probably make it into some jewelry wire at the very best.
Could,
A lot
instead of, rather than selling it, could you use it to make some jewelry wire for my friend Ginko?
I didn't catch that, sorry.
Instead of selling it to me, could you turn it into some jewelry wire for me? For my friend Ginko?
Yes, of course. And about this time, Garib comes out with the rest of the groups and says, Garib, could you go get some jewelry wire from the back for our lovely friend Ginkgo? He was wanting some for as a part of our trade agreement. Of course, Garib, and actually, Triss here was just saying that they wanted to turn their ring into some jewelry wire for Ginkgo. Well, that's wonderful, Garib. Well, you get on that, and I'll make sure that our friends get out. All right? All right. And Garib goes into the back while Garib sees you all out. Is there anything else that you need before we go?
I do believe we are currently okay, and we shall return shortly with the 7 other gems.
All right.
Isn't and Obi and Moira are staying behind, right? Because we did leave 3 gems with them.
Yep. Moira's just going from case to case looking at all the shiny rings while Obi's just flipping through a catalog, looking at what kind of raw materials they have for sale at that.
All right. I have a feeling you guys are going to want to come back to the shop for whatever reason. I feel like deep in my bones, this is going to be a shop you guys go to.
We
yeah.
need
Yeah,
to
pretty
mark
often.
that on the
Yep.
map.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
seeing Trish try to sell something, Drax is gonna walk up, and I have a golden onyx ring chilling in my bag. I think it was from the original Goblin Cave,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna try to sell it. I have it marked down. You said it was worth approximately 20 gold.
1 second. I'm just writing stuff down. Shorthanding it. All right. Yeah, he comes over and says, "All right, another piece of jewelry to look at before we go." Garib, yes, Garib, you have the jewelry. You have the jewelry specs. Can you bring them here? Of course. And Garib comes out from back, pulls off the jeweler's. I forget what they're called. The magnifying glasses. Hands them over to Garib, and Garib puts them on. Garib goes into the back, and Garib stays behind and looks over at the ring and starts looking it over and says, "Oh, it needs a little bit of a clean. It almost looks like it's been up a goblin's arse for the past 3 weeks."
I mean, might have been, and then he makes his cloak billow.
See, we're back on that
Yeah.
bullshit again.
Anyway, I'm looking here. Oh, I could probably buy this off of you for, what do we say, 15 gold.
Yeah, that sounds fine. That sounds reasonable.
All right. He takes it and kind of waves his hand at the ring, and for whatever reason, it just immediately becomes sparkling, spotless clean. And you have a feeling that he could have probably bought it for like at least 25. With how sparkly and pretty it looks now. And then he just puts it in the shirt pocket with the chest. And he remembers there's the chest there. Pulls it out and waves his hand, and it grows, and you guys can get your stuff that was put away. And he goes over to one of the sides and like pulls out a pouch and comes back to you, and he says, "All right, 15 gold," and he hands you 6 coins, 1 platinum and 5 gold pieces.
Platinum.
Well, my dear, we deal in
That was
high-
Kaylin. That was not Tris.
I'm gonna say they deal in high-end materials.
was-
They're going to be using high-end coin. That are deeds and promises.
No, I know. I thought that I was pushed.
So, how'd you fare back there, Lothar?
My dear sir, we shall be fine. We did strike an accord for moving forward. We will conduct other business and make our way back into here. We will have to get 7 more gems to bring in to finalize the deal.
I think we should maybe go to the bank? Because he was
Yeah.
saying that we could deposit
Yeah,
gems as well.
100%.
So bank.
We'll go to the bank.
Where?
Alright.
Where?
But did we want to give? Did we want to do the? Give him the other 7. Finish that transaction.
I don't want to reach into the bag of holding to grab it out.
Okay.
I'd rather go to
Yeah.
the bank than come back with it.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we're leaving Obi and Moira.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
cruising. Okay, just checking.
I don't want to go to the fort with other people and
All right. I like how you just put the River's Gem right where you happen to put your token when you move
Well,
to the
yeah.
Blue Lake
Where'd
District.
you want it?
I was gonna.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's just the fact that it needs to be in the Blue Lake District. You know, say unless if it's like a named location like Castle Never or the Beach Leviathan or so on and so forth, then if it's something that I pulled out of my butt, like the River's Gem, put it wherever. However, I will say that the Merchants Guild Hall is a actual location. So that does need to be where it's supposed to be.
He gives me such Gilmore vibes.
Perhaps
I have no idea what that means.
a character from Critical Role.
I'll
I may
kiss
have
him.
taken inspiration like subconsciously for him.
Well, then he needs a beaded curtain.
do we need to advertise for him?
He has a beaded curtain. You hear it when he walks.
Love it.
So bank?
Bank.
Where's the bank, babe?
All right. The bank would probably be in one of the temples, honestly, due to the fact of it's a well-known, reputable place. We will say, let me go into the various religions here. Ba-ba-ba. All right. I hate pop-up ads. They're terrible. You know what? That's funny. We're gonna go with that. So the bank in Neverwinter. I need a investigation or say investigation, persuasion, or religion check. Obi, you have advantage if you are the one doing it, because you've been to Neverwinter multiple
Obi's
times.
left behind the thingy.
Oh yeah, Obi's can't do it, so I need somebody else to do a
I can do a
persuasion.
persuasion.
All right, roll me a persuasion then. See if you can't find where the bank is. A 25. So, yeah, you happen to go out and you start asking around, like, what sort of things do you ask for when you're looking for the bank?
Excuse me, so, madam, this is interchangeable.
You turn around, it is a very androgynous elf. You actually can't tell me. Yes.
I'm trying to inquire where the local bank is. You see, my friend needed me to deposit things in there for them.
Oh, of course. You're going to want to go to the Ruby Hall. It's a little bit away from the other temples in the Temple District near the Protector's Enclave. But you're going to want to head to out of character. It doesn't say where it's at, but like all the other temples are in the Protector's Enclave. So we'll say that it is on the outskirts of the Protector's Enclave, near the slums.
Well, that building there is mildly round, so that one.
Which, sure, yeah, that'll be it. It'll be right there. You can call it the Ruby Hall.
It looked bankish.
I greatly do appreciate your assistance in this endeavor. I do hope you have a fabulous day.
You as well. Finding your way to the Ruby Hall. I need a religion check from everybody. As you guys come close and you see various temple workers moving around and going about their business. All right, a 20. You'll definitely get. You'll definitely know this, Lothar.
You said from
Draxus,
everyone?
Draxus, you have advantage on this.
Oh.
Heyo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Draxus, you don't know. Ginkgo and yes, from everyone who's going. So like, Obi is not going there.
So a religion check is.
A 10 for you since you didn't have advantage. So far, Ginkgo and yeah, just
That's
Ginkgo and Lothar are the only two who recognize that as you are walking around and you're noticing these various temple workers, something about them just pricks your senses and is off. And it reminds you a lot of Jaraxxus's ring that he found. In fact, some of them are wearing similar rings. And you realize that the Ruby Hall is a, how do you pronounce it? Ashmedai, or a place of the Ashmedai, or the worshippers of Asmodeus.
Well, he's lawful
As in-
evil, so let's go.
I honestly thought you had forgotten about that ring.
Nope.
I haven't forgotten about it.
I'm the one who gave it to you. Why would I forget?
Which reminds me, I don't think I ever actually added that to my character sheet. I should probably do that.
Yeah. Walking around, a lot of these temple workers are wearing like deep reds or like reds with black. Some of them have gold trim. They're all fairly well dressed, but you also realize that despite their well dressed, they also seem quite humble with it. Like they are very much displaying their wealth, but they're not flaunting it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, going into the place, you are quickly greeted by what looks to be a young acolyte. He looks up, and it's a tiefling boy, and says, "How can I help you today, sir?"
Yes, I would like to open up an account, in a deposit, please.
Oh, of course. If you're wanting to open up an account, you're going to want to go to Meryl. She's over there, and he points to what looks to be a Goliath woman who is also wearing the robes. She seems to be wearing a lot more finer robes than the acolyte who came up to you.
Meredith, is it?
Yes, Meryl.
Very well. I'm needing to opening up an account.
Meryl looks over at you. Yes. You're wanting to open up accounts, dear.
I very much would appreciate it.
Of course. And I can very much see that you're not a member of the Temple of Asmodeus. Is your paladin friend? No, that's Hoar that he's wearing. Though that sword on his back seems to be quite of, interesting sort. We'll take it. You wanted to, open it up an account, sir?
Yes, please.
Yes. All right, so it will be a meager fee of only 5 gold to open up an account. For, I assume you're going to take it under an adventurers tab. With an adventurers tab, if you go to any of the other temples of Asmodeus around, we will be able to access your money, or be able to supplement some of it. to you. And we also are able to guarantee its wealth stays in your account.
I very much do appreciate that. I reach in and I hand her 5 gold.
Thank you very much.
With the adventures tab, heaven forbid something were to happen to Lothar, is it only Lothar that can access it, or is it anyone in the party that can access it?
It is only your companion who made the account. However, for a meager fee of 5 gold per person, we can add people to it.
I got enough gold to add one more person. I mean, we're about to get loaded, so it doesn't really matter. Like,
Well, I'm not planning for anybody to die, but like in case somebody, it would really suck to have all that money in a bank account and Lothar dies and we can't access it.
all right,
How do you think they stay afloat?
I've
Well,
got
as
enough
long
gold
as
as
Ginkgo
well.
lives, I'm pretty sure the whole marriage thing.
I put 5 more gold to allow for Ginkgo. Actually, technically, hold up. Wait. Hold
Mhm.
that thought.
Yes.
We got a
Ginkgo's
whole
your
bunch of
spouse.
we got a whole bunch of gold in the bag of holding, y'all.
Do we?
Yeah, we do. We got enough gold that it'll cover it because we got 45 gold in the bag of holding. So we can at least. So I've already put in for me and Ginkgo. So we just need Triss and
I can
Drax.
put in for myself.
Well, I mean, we have it in the bag of holding.
My gold as well.
All right, so I gave 10 more gold to put Draxus and Triss on it as well.
All right.
So the 4 of us, and my dear, would it be possible for us to bring a couple other members of our party and add them onto the account at a later time?
Yes, of course. You'll need to fill out some forms and paperwork for it, and pay a nominal fee for not doing so at the opening of the account, but it is possible.
Is it possible for us to put the money down for them right now and then fill out the names later?
Unfortunately, no, because we need a sample of your blood to make sure that it is done.
Jesus
Don't
Christ.
worry, it won't be done for any sort of nefarious purposes. This is simply banking.
Oh yes, I do give a drop of blood every time I bank.
Out of character, it's literally just so like if somebody comes in with a disguise, like they'll be open with it. Like if somebody comes in with a disguised self, they can match it. Like yeah, no, this isn't you.
I was gonna say, can I insight and make sure she's actually telling the truth?
She will be honest with you.
The thing is, though, is it may be Asmodeus, but Asmodeus is lawful.
Yeah. They'll screw you over, but they'll do it by the books.
Yeah. Like exactly why, like, if I died and I was the only name on the account, I'm really glad Triss brought that up.
They must be part of the government.
I was gonna say,
That is
if
the
you
government.
die and there's nobody able to claim it, they'll keep it for a while, and then they'll say, okay, your account defaults, we take your stuff.
Huh.
Alright, so we've opened it up. Now, may I ask how deposits are done?
Well, depending on what you're wanting to deposit, we do monetary deposits, we do item deposits, and we also do, shall we say, goods deposits. And you see, actually, what looks to be a individual in chains being led into another room in the back.
Dope. At the given moment, we are just requiring to deposit a small satchel of items.
All right, very well. And how much would you say these items are valued at?
What we will be putting in would be approximately 30,000 gold.
All right. If you're going to be depositing so much, perhaps it would be wise of you to move from the Adventures tab to the Nobleman's tab.
What might be the price difference of that?
For a nominal extra fee, we also do allow for insurance should your goods be procured, should something happen to the bank.
And may I ask how much this insurance is?
This insurance will be, let's see here. How much did you say?
Let's say right now it's going to be 35,000 worth of material.
35,000, then you're going to be looking at 350. It's 1/10 of the cost of what is inside of it. And that does update, so if you do put more in, we will require more payment.
We don't have that. We don't have that money on us at the moment.
That's all right.
How much?
350 gold.
We can take it out of the amount that you are putting in if it is of some sort of, put it as a collapse.
I mean, we could just go back to him and get our money and then just come back again.
Yeah, we'll just do that real quick.
So our ruse of time has already been spent, so.
I don't trust this lady.
Honestly,
the
I
only
trust them.
banking
I trust them way more than you think.
Well, yeah, they're lawful, but is this the only banking system possible?
There is other banking systems, but this is going to be like, this is actually the most renowned, because if you're going to be trusting anybody with any sort of good, you're going to want something like this. They'll screw you over if you don't like pay attention and listen to read fine print and stuff, but they're also going to uphold to the letter, if you get it right, everything. And they will break things and go over the top to make sure that is the case. They do not break contracts.
My dear, if you will allow us a mere momentary time for us to acquire the tangible funds in order to make said deposit.
Of course, your account has not been opened fully yet, so you have all the time.
Very well, we shall be back shortly.
Wonderful. We'll see you soon then.
All right, we walk back over to the Rivers Gym.
Have a nice day, dear.
Thank you.
You go back to the Rivers Gym, and once more, when you open the door, the bust once again animates. Hello and welcome to the Rivers Gym.
And Draxus plays the door again.
Gab.
Continue.
Gab, is Obi there? Can I see Obi?
Yeah. Obi and Moira, while you guys were waiting, has there been any shenanigans? Have you just been
Always.
No, just Obi sitting in a chair with a catalog. And like I said, Moira was just going from case to case looking at all the shiny jewelry she might want. Of course, Obi's like, dear, we've got all the jewelry we need. But as soon as the group comes back in, he just puts the catalog down and is like, it took you guys fucking long enough.
Sorry, Brock's just grabbing a snack.
You're back! I assume you had gone to the bank to get your stuff. Welcome back.
I'm just gonna look him in the eyes and open the door one more time.
He's gonna shoot Draxus a stern look and basically as if to say, if you do that one more time.
Smile does not break.
Yes, we have made our ways from the bank and back. Here, Gab, as promised, here's the remaining 7 gems.
Wonderful. Give me one moment. As he gathers the gems, and he once again pulls out that little chest from his pocket and squirrels them away in tiny chest in his pocket once more. And then he goes to the back, pulls out another chest, opens it up, pulls out a chest from that chest, makes it go big, and he opens it up, and it is a loaded coffer with nothing but platinum. All right. So we decided that we were going to go with an additional 10. All right. So you are selling the 10 gems for 1,100, correct?
Correct.
Or sorry, 11,000.
Wait, 11,000 total, 1,100 per.
Yeah. He gets you that in platinum, and he gives you a purse with it. Like, it's a nice velvet bag. It's not burlap. It's velvet. And on the inside of the velvet bag is like a thick leather, so it can't be cut pursed very easily. As you gain plus 1. Congratulations, y'all's rich, and you still have more gems. I have made a mistake with giving you this magic item. I regret nothing.
We love you, Bird.
I'm sorry, who's the one that drew the card?
I'll stick to my answer.
I'm waiting for another card pull. And it just going so south.
I've been tempted to be like,
No.
Anyway, so you are given so each of those so each platinum piece is worth 10 gold pieces. So you have 1,100 or 11 pounds worth of platinum on you. It doesn't. It is multiple purses. In fact, he's probably going to give you a small chest with it. Well, he'd probably offer. He'd probably be like, "Would you like a coffer for this? Take off 100 gold from it. And we'll give you that chest. It is magic with an arcane lock as well."
Is it one of those shrinky dink chests?
No, those are those. And he pulls out one of them. Those are a spell. Well, you don't look the arcane sort, so I don't think I'll describe it to you. You might get a little confused, and I don't want to hurt your head. He puts it back.
God damn.
He called Jiraxis stupid.
Yes, he's a wizard. They think everyone is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because to them, everyone is stupid.
Take no offense.
So, since you are a wizard, I do have a question for you.
Of course. What can I answer?
We came here, obviously, to do some selling, but also to get something identified. Is that something that you're capable of doing?
I do provide identify services. After all, you do need a pearl for it, and where else to go besides a jewelry shop?
I'm gonna pull out that broken blade that we had found in the crypt that we were trying to figure some stuff out about and see if he would know anything about it.
All right. First, before you put that on my counter, he waves his hands and the blade becomes shiny. All right, go ahead.
I would lay the 2 pieces down. I think you said it was in 2 pieces.
It was in 2 pieces. And he is going to take out a pearl. He'll actually take a pearl ring out from the case and slip it on his fingers. He'll snap his finger and an owl will appear out of just thin air. And he will hold up one of its wings, take one of its flight feathers, and pluck it, and the owl will actually go, dismiss the owl. And they'll put the feather to the blades, and he'll start casting Identify. And as he's casting, he says, "Now, I do think that you all should know that an Identify spell will cost you 100 gold before I continue with this fully."
Yeah, I'm good for it.
All right. Well, I know you're good for it. I just gave you a fair bit of coin.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of rude to be like, "Oh no, we're kind of broke right now."
Then if you were to say that, then I would think that you had a massive debt to the Zentarum, and I would feel sorry for you. And he finishes casting
I love
after
this
a minute.
guy.
He is not going to cast it as a ritual. He's just going to because you paid for it fully right there. He's not going to make you wait 11 minutes. He says, well, what you have here is quite a find indeed. Unfortunately, it is broken.
Yeah, I was looking to get it repaired.
Wait.
Hmm.
Hold on. Where's it? Can I use mending on it?
Unfortunately, mending's not going to be helping something like this.
Damn it.
Well, you could mend the physical bit. It won't actually mend the arcane craftsmanship and spell work that was made into a blade like this. Well, arcane's not the correct word. I'm surprised a paladin and cleric stepping into my place didn't identify something like this sooner.
My dear sir, I'm devil in the divine arts, not the arcane.
Yes, but this is a holy artifact. Good friend, Lothar?
A holy artifact, like, because it was in my family's crypt, but the weird thing is when I went to visit and pay respects, it wasn't there when they were laid to rest. I don't know where it came from.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I wasn't there, and I don't have the ability to look back into the past yet. Still learning that spell. Legend lore. Oh, I very much think it will be a good one. Anyway, what you're looking at here is the shattered remains of what once was a holy avenger. You all are just staring at me like you don't know what that is.
Okay, just out of character. Literally, Brian's reaching for his notebook to take a note, and the second you said Holy Avenger, he froze. He fucking froze. I just wanted to say that because you guys can't see him do it.
So I have to make like a religion check to see if I know what that is.
Yeah, you make me a religion check.
I want that.
Multi-class, my guy. With a 22, thinking about it, a holy avenger is a thing that you had heard of in stories. Is a blade that is wielded by only the most just of paladins. Thus the name Holy Avenger. It is a powerful magic item that you know what? I like having a resident notebook, a resident textbook at the table that is not me. Brock, we'll say that you just automatically succeed on this. Would you like to describe what a Holy Avenger is as Lothar?
As
Lothar.
Oh, okay. My dear friend, a Holy Avenger is a weapon of mythical proportions. Most of us had always believed it to be a myth. To have a weapon that was so powerful on its own, apart from its other abilities to eradicate any undead or fiend, demon of hell in which it came across. Its abilities are fabled.
Where would we even begin to find somebody that could repair something of that multitude?
You probably have to take a trip to Celestia, I think.
Where's that?
Oh, it's on a different plane.
Yeah, that's
It's where the gods live.
Yes. Yeah. We'll just walk up there and knock on the door and be like, "Can you fix this, please?"
You're probably going to want to find a solar. They tend to be the ones that, well, if you can get on their good side, they're the ones that you would want.
There is no good side.
There is no good side. There is only judgment.
That's it. And they do it in the worst way. You have feminine hits. Ah, the one thing that I'm sensitive about. Sorry, it's from stand up.
Yep.
Now,
Quite a find there, but unfortunately it's broken and useless.
So it has no power being broken, even if I swung it around as is.
I mean, if your friend here mended it, it could be a sword, but I mean, it's not going to be anything beyond, a showpiece. A sharp showpiece, but it's a sword.
What I'm hearing is that sword's never going to be fixed.
I mean, if you wanted to go to Celestia, it could be.
Well, I appreciate it anyways, and I'll reach out to shake his hand.
Before he shakes your hand, he's going to wave his hand, and your hand is going to become shiny.
Oh
And
my
he'll
god,
shake
he's
it.
a freaking neat freak.
I'm not
Is that-
necessarily a neat freak, but he handed me a ring that looked like it was in the inside of a goblin's bum. I don't want to touch his hand if that's what he's touching.
He's gay, just to let you know.
Oh god!
So,
I mean, if it's based off Gilmore.
yeah, he's fisting everything up there.
I think she was talking about Drax.
I was.
Listen, you gonna shake my hand or not?
Oh, he shakes your hand. He
Thank
cleans it first, but he shakes it.
Hand sanitizer.
Gerald, it has been a
He-
pleasure doing business with you today, and I do greatly hope that we do business more in the future.
Actually, now that we're done identifying things, I do have just 2 small things I need.
Of course.
If
We
you
also
happen to
need the
have it,
jewelry thread.
all I'm needing is a jade worth about 200 gold and 50 gold worth of powdered diamond dust.
Oh, easy enough. He'll go to the back and takes him a little bit, and he eventually comes back, and he has what you need. He gives you a little pouch, and he says, they're both in there. Hopefully you didn't need them separated.
Doesn't matter to me. They're going to the same place anyway.
Alright.
Did he give the jewelry wire thread stuff to you?
Oh, yeah. You see he gives you 2 spools. One is a full spool, and one is a spool that was made with your ring. It is less full.
Yeah. Be more useful anyway.
Alright. Is there anything else I can help you all with?
I think we're... Jerry, get off the glass. But Obi, I want it. You have enough rings already at the house. But I want more, and we just got money.
You're really going to not deny your love. A
Yeah.
beautiful
Not
new
his love
beautiful
is his
jewelry.
slave.
Well, I don't care what sort of relationship they are with. But, I mean, you can always adorn a pretty lady with more pretty gems.
Where's this pretty lady you talk about?
He leans in and takes Moira's hand. This beautiful one right here.
Moira's gonna stare at Scarlet like, you're lucky my husband likes you. Otherwise I
I
would
was
deck you right
just
now.
teasing.
When he pulls away, there's a ring on her finger. Not ring finger, like her pointer finger. It's a beautiful silver, like a thick silver band, with little encrusted rubies all throughout it. He says, that right there, if you're wanting it, if you're so interested, is 300 gold.
Dearie, can I? Moira's gonna stare like puppy dog eyes at Obi. And, let's see. Wait. How much did you say it was?
300 gold. It is literally just jewelry. It doesn't do anything stat-wise. It's just pretty. If you're wondering on that.
I'll be back for it later. But Obi, you're getting the reindeer. Just not right now. We have other things to attend to. And I don't want to go making us broke on shiny things.
Yeah, we need to go fix Ginkgo's hand.
Alrighty then. And Moira's gonna sit the ring down on his counter.
Hey, he takes it back and he puts it on the thing.
Then, as Obi and Moira are leaving the shop, she just keeps having her head turned towards the direction of the ring. She wants it so badly.
Alright, as you leave, are you heading back to, the Ruby Hall?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You head back to the Ruby Hall, and the same little tiefling boy greets you, and... Oh, you're back!
Yes, can we please speak with Mel? We were discussing matters earlier.
Meryl? Yes, she's with a customer right now. You'll have to wait a little bit, but
That is perfectly fine.
if you don't mind, our waiting room is over there. We do offer free water. It is clean, too.
I very much appreciate it. We will be in there waiting. Thank you very much. You do have a splendid day.
You as well. Asmodeus bless you.
Uh-huh.
Asmodeus.
Sadness.
Lucifer.
As we're
Going
waiting,
to-
Duraxis is like spinning his ring that he has.
Yeah, as you're waiting in the hall, you're eventually what looks to be a elven woman, a very pretty elven woman, comes over and she offers each of you a glass of water on a tray, a serving tray.
Much appreciative. Thank you. I grab a glass.
She nods, but she doesn't say anything back. And offers it to the rest of you.
So, Lothar, full honest opinion, do you think fixing this blade is ever really possible?
It is, but that's gonna be a way the F down the road. Like out of game, you're literally holding something that like level 20 characters wish they had.
So, should leave it in the safety deposit box. Got it.
Probably better. Actually, no. We'll leave it at the Hall of Justice. I trust that there way more. Because because do you want to put down the insurance on for a Holy Avenger sword even broken?
I mean, to be fair, he said it was worthless right now as it's broken.
Yes, but
I mean, you got a fair point. We should probably leave it with the holy people being a holy weapon.
yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't afford the insurance on even a broken one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nah. I'd feel much better on 100 different levels. One of it being 100,000 gold that it would cost to insure it.
I'm just curious why it was in the crypt.
I mean, I have some theories out of game. There was a Solar fighting in that crypt for some reason. The fact that it's broken, they lost.
Yeah, I mean, there was a demon in that crypt.
Boom. But that demon wasn't the demon that killed them. We wouldn't even known that demon was there if that was the demon that killed a Solar.
If it stood up, sneezed, we'd have been dead.
We wouldn't even have known it.
Eventually, the little tiefling boy comes back.
Merilith will see you now.
Ah, thank you. And the water was delicious. Thank you.
Of course. We use purified food and drink on it to make sure that it is free of any impurities or any sort of diseases.
All right, so we go to Mel. Mel, we would like to finish opening up the account.
Of course. And is everyone here?
Yes, we do have all members of our party accounted for.
Wonderful. Says.
Counts.
So that's 7 people.
Now, I've already paid for 4, so I just got... No, I've already paid for...
You paid for 5.
I paid for
'cause
5.
Obi and,
Yeah, so I just got to pay for the other 2, which is 1 platinum.
Does Moira need to be on it though?
Hell yeah, because she at a certain point she ain't going to be adventuring, and therefore she can get it with all of us dead.
True.
Throw her on the account in case something happens. Trust me, at this point, 5 gold is a drop in a bucket. Just ensure that if something happens, we can at least get it back.
All right. As well as how much are you depositing today?
We are depositing 35,000 gold worth of material.
Okay. 35. 1,000.
All right, then that means that you're going. 35,000. That means you're going to need to make a deposit of 3,500 for the insurance.
This pains me so much right now.
Mm-hmm.
because of how this works.
Mm-hmm. This is your way of getting back, making things a little bit more leveled with the same amount of money that we've just come into, isn't it?
Yes and no.
It's 100% fair on that. I get it. It's 100%
gonna
fair, but
say-
it doesn't make it hurt less.
Yep.
I was gonna say it also is very in character for a church of Asmodeus to be doing
Well,
this.
is there a contract that we can read or something as well?
Of
Like the
course.
fine print?
Yes, of course.
Her voice sounds so deceiving. It's scary.
I'm glad you think that, dear. I honed it for many years to make sure it was like.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little turned on right now.
Same.
All right, what do I need to roll to investigate this contract?
Well, first we need to get it. Boy, fetch the imp.
Wait.
Uh,
Boy.
doesn't refer to the kid by name. The kid little tiefling boy nods and he runs off and he comes back with what looks to be a literal devil, a tiny little devil. It's an imp. It's not caged. It's on his shoulder now. He walks up.
I fetched the imp for you, Merilith. Good boy.
Fucking hell.
And the imp flits over and says,
All right, guys, so you open it up an account.
What the fuck?
Contract.
Go back to the other voice.
"No." The imp doesn't sound like this.
So you're opening up an account and you would like to look at the contract. All right. So, what are they doing? It's adventurers. They look like adventurers.
There's nobleman.
Oh, wealthy adventurers. All right.
He claps his hand,
I'm the trash.
rubs
man.
them together, and says,
All right. So is this going to be soul binding or just blood binding?
Blood.
All right. I'm not summoning the Lemure this time. Got it.
and he pulls out a cigar, lights it, puts it in his mouth, sucks it in, and just all the way to the end. And instead of ashes falling, a contract pops out. And he pulls it, shakes off what ashes are there, and hands it over to you to look through.
Now take your time reading it. You don't have to worry about anything. Just take your time. Make sure that you read every line, especially that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, not that one, not that one, that one, that one, that one.
He's just like pointing and poking all over the page. I need one of you to make an investigation check.
I'm not good at that. Who's good at that?
We only have one person good at that.
So
I
I
have a
got a
plus
3.
4.
Yeah, I think we usually go with Ginkgo.
What does Obi have? I know his is also.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Investigation.
What is your bonus to investigation?
My investigation's only a +1.
Okay, and
Mine's a
It's my
zero.
perception that's out the roof.
I am proficient in investigation, so I'm going to use Kenku Recall.
All right. So advantage
And the guidance.
and a guidance. As the guidance is cast, the imp is going to wave its hand and it's going to go away. You do not get guidance.
I figured that was going to happen. That's why I didn't even say it.
With a 22, however, looking through the contract, it is pretty much exactly what they have said. However, one of the things that you notice as you're going through here, any sort of insurance deposit is not refunded if something is taken out. So if you're putting stuff in, you do have to pay more for insuring it. But if you take it out, you don't get refunded that insurance. So we'll put it this way to make it simpler. You're putting in $1,000 worth, 1,000 gold worth. Cat, stop. Cat.
Which one?
I don't know what cat stop is, but it sounds expensive though. 1,000 gold worth of it.
Exactly.
Pixel shoving her head in a plastic bag.
Sounds like Pixel.
Yep. So say you're putting 1,000 gold of something in. You have to pay your 100 gold insurance fee. All right. Then you're gonna remove that. We'll say it's a +1 sword. You remove that +1 sword to go use it for a bit.
You don't
No,
get
right.
the 100 back.
You don't get your 100 back. All right, we're done with the sword. Let's put it back in. All right, another 100 gold. Make sure we insure it.
Cheaper to just have a mattress bank open. Keep it under a mattress at the manor.
That is, but they will make sure that you can get it at any time, as long as you go to a Temple of Asmodeus. So you will always have your access to your stuff if you find a Temple of Asmodeus.
I say let's not deposit all of it. Like deposit most of it. Say let's deposit 25 emeralds, so 25,000 gold worth.
Mm.
And then we have some for work outside.
Yeah, I mean, we still got a decent amount of shopping to do.
That's what I'm saying. We can barter, especially to get a full plate for Draxus.
I mean, if you use those gems as payment, you could upsell them even more than we just did.
Yeah, 25,000 in the bank.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Put a note that you have 25,000.
So if you look if anybody wants to ever look into the bag of holding, I made a separate part of the top that just says in the bank. And I have the 25 emeralds right there listed at the top. And then I still have in the bag the 10,000 other, and I have 3 on my person. Because I had separated out because we were only going to deposit that. But what I can do
As a note, there is an option on the contract, Ginkgo, that one of you can give up your immortal soul to waive the insurance entirely, and it's just whatever you put in, you get out.
I do inform the group of this because, you know, I'm trying to be very transparent with the group.
What happens to the immortal soul once it's given up?
Oh, you found that, did ya? Well, that's why I asked if you were doing a blood or a soul contract, yeah? So, if you happen to give your soul, what will happen is when you die, Asmodeus, praise be his name, will take your soul, you'll go down, and you'll be reborn as a Lemure, and you can eventually move your ways up the ranks of the devil hierarchy. I'm the next in line from a Lemure. I'm an imp. We imps are pesky little guys, and we can do some amazing things, like watch these superpowers I've got. He turns into a crow, then he turns into a rat, then he turns into a bat, then he just goes invisible, and you still hear his voice. So,
Can't keep this thing. It's so cute.
oh, I thank you very much, dear. But
he turns back into a visible imp, and he says,
but after me, you end up getting a spine. You get a spine gone. After that, you get a it's been so wanted to be a spine gone. I've forgotten the devil hierarchy. My horse got killed. Anyway, you just move up to the devil hierarchy, and you can eventually become a pit fiend. You'll have tons of servants going underneath you. Anything that you could ever want, you get. It's awesome. And yeah. So you want to upgrade to a soul contract?
I mean,
There wouldn't
we
be
could
any
sell-
insurance?
We could sell Obi's, but his is already spoken for.
So my
Ouch.
what?
We would
yeah.
keep the 2,500.
you'd keep the 2,500.
I'll let him have mine because I don't really. If I feel like Scarlet, if she would have worshipped anything, she would have worshipped death.
You're not
So.
selling your soul.
Why not? You sold yours.
I didn't sell mine to anything.
Technically, you did. Or do we need to talk about your nightmares and your sword?
He has not sold his soul yet. It is still
Keyword
his.
yet.
I'm simply collecting others.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of,
Just
I'm
because
gonna
you
look at
can't
the
have
little
mine.
imp. I'm gonna like whisper to him and be like, "Do you know Katya?"
Katya. Yeah, actually, I do. A chain devil, right? Likes to walk around with the tits hanging out, but like with chains tastefully covering the nips. That the one? That's broad.
What girl you fucking?
That's a fucking chain devil. I don't know if that was a perfect description, honestly. Yeah, that's solid.
No, I work for her. Does that get us any kind of a special discount on this insurance?
It allows you to work for her. I don't know what you. I mean, you could give up your soul entirely to her. That'll waive your insurance fee.
Never mind. So we paying for the insurance?
I was planning on it.
All right. As a note, if you so wish, you can also pay in soul coins if you got them, and we can also convert currency into soul coins at 1,000 per soul coin.
What's a soul coin?
Oh, you don't know what a soul coin is? All right. So, those who have, how should we say, defaulted on their contracts, we take their souls and we put it into some infernal iron, and it gets stamped, and we use it as currency in hells. It can be used for wonderful, wonderful things like torturing a soul for all eternity to get various powers, and like, oh, you forgot to sleep last night. Just forget about that. You're fully fine.
Lothar becoming uncomfortable. We'll just pay the we'll pay the money.
All right. You holy fuddy duddies, you don't have any sort of fun. All right.
All right, so I've subtracted the I've subtracted the 250 platinum pieces from the money. So we have deposited 25 of the gems into the bank.
Yep.
We still have 10 gems currently in the bag of holding. We might use those for bartering for stuff throughout the way, because next stop's going to be the merchant's hall. Another stop we need to make is to find Drax's set of full plate, or Obi can spend a month making it, whichever way they want to go.
Now, I do say you should probably put the bag of holding inside the bag that the guy gave you, since he said that one is cut purse proof.
The bag of holding is like a messenger bag. The bag that you had given was more like a bag of marbles size bag.
Oh, okay. I've always been picturing it like a coin purse kind of thing. It's just bottomless.
It's a messenger bag, but it's like bottomless.
It's a dope-ass messenger bag.
It is a dope-ass messenger bag. While you guys are discussing this, the imp kind of like hops over and like leans over towards Scarlet.
Hey, Toots, you want a cigar?
Scarlet, he's flirting with you.
I promise I won't take your soul.
Maybe walk away or something.
Unless you want it. Unless you want me to.
Oh no, Discord's been kind of fuddy-duddy today.
I hope you all enjoy the Temple of Asmodeus in all of its glory.
Have you seen Hasbin Hotel?
Yes.
Okay, I just said to Eva, I was like, you're playing this imp is like a mixture between Angel and Husk right now, and I love it so much. Like, I love it so much.
It also reminds me of Robert De Niro.
Yes. I was like, there's so much of that Jersey, New York accent in there, and I'm just like, yep.
I'm the trash man.
New York's already practically hell. It was just a lateral movement.
Yeah, pretty much. No, New York's fine.
New York.
Jersey, on the other hand, is worse. That's like the abyss. Go on the wrong side of the tracks, you step on a cracked needle. You're not even supposed to use a needle for crack. Use a needle for heroin.
I don't know, I'm done f***ing around. Anyway, Scarlet, are you there?
Apparently her Discord crashed. She's trying to get it back open.
Alright.
Alright, so let's go to Hall of Merchants first.
Hall of what?
The Hall of Merchants.
Oh, of Merchants. Sorry, I didn't catch exactly what you said.
All good.
They would definitely need you each to prick your finger for blood, as it is part of their insurance policy.
Yep.
Put a little bit of blood on paper, all fine, good. Ginkgo did look over it. They're not going to do anything on that regard with your blood. It's just more of a to make sure that you are you when you're getting the stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So you... Oh, I see a light. I see a light up on Scarlet's end.
Hi.
Hi. You missed it.
What happened? This cat. I had to pee and the cat decided to be a cat.
Oh, that makes sense. The imp, he straddled on over to you and he said, "Hey, Toots, you want a cigar? It won't cost you soul, I promise you. Unless you want to give it to me."
I'm just gonna laugh at him and then just like walk more towards like Ginkgo and them, like, you know, like switch sides.
I hate seeing her leave, but I love watching her go.
Oh god. Okay, can I eat it now? Can I drink its blood?
You don't want to drink imp blood, trust me.
I mean, I probably don't, but can I threaten it anyway?
Sure.
Do we really want to threaten the people who hold our money?
I wasn't gonna actually threaten it.
But do
You never know. He may
What
enjoy
do,
it.
what do you say to the imp?
I'm just not.
Alright.
I don't fucking know. I kind of want to just be like, look and be like, if you give me if I give you my soul, then I can kill you with draining you by blood.
Mm. See,
And
I
let's
don't
show 'em my
mind.
fangs.
I don't mind my broads biting, but I'd like to live, so I'm not gonna.
there is a small child who is still awake in this household, and you are so loud.
I apologize.
I'm just gonna shake my head, and look at Drax. It's like, can you kill it?
I'm
Can
gonna
you
grab
ask
her hand.
them to kill it?
All right, to the hall of thingy.
To the Hall of Merchants, the Merchant Hall.
Yes. The Hall of Merchants. With our merchants in the hall. Yes.
So, heading to the Merchant Hall, the Mercantile Hall, you were told to look for Aaron Grobby.
Yes.
So, as you get there, the hall is very bustling. You see various people of all sorts, most of them very well dressed. A couple of them minorly so, people more humble in background, looking like perhaps of like similar origins to Draxus, similar origins to Obi. Cat, stop with bags, out.
You can't kick her out of there. That's where her toilet is.
I know.
What about Obi?
Similar backgrounds to you, Obi, where they're workers trying to peddle their wares. Seems like the lower floors are more common folk, but like going up in the floors, it seems to get more fine things. Looking or like asking around for Aaron, you are told that they are in today. However, they're going to be leaving soon due to the fact that their wares have pretty much been bought out. They still have some left. Nothing that I could afford, though. You're free to ask. They're up on the 4th floor. It tends to be where the higher end things are. Magic items and the like. Going up to the 4th floor, you ask around, you find Erin. It's a human woman, very dusty clothes. They look like they would be on the cat. They look like they would be on the 1st floor with all the other common folk traders, but they're not. They seem to have like a small little shop that they're packing up when you arrive. The cat closed herself into the room. I'm sorry. Pixel's being insane.
Bring her to me.
You're good.
Come here, Pickle.
Oh, you're Zelda. Hello. Where's your sister?
Here.
Ow.
Sorry. She
Dump
slipped.
her on my head. Hi, baby. You being a nuisance? Nuisance?
All right. So, yeah. Sorry, not human, halfling. So this halfling woman, she looks over at you and she kind of smiles. Packing up for the day. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, we are currently searching for a couple of harder to find magical items.
You
Um,
come to the right place.
one of which would be seeing if you had a ring of regeneration available.
A ring of regeneration. No, I do believe I had one about a month back, but that was sold to noblemen.
What was
Um,
the cost of it?
the cost of it. As I look at my cheat sheet of uh freaking prices.
That's a good point. Where is the bank?
Oh, you already. Uh,
We've marked it. It's in
Yeah.
the Protector's Enclave, like right above the word Enclave.
I do believe that nobleman paid 15,000 for it.
Very well. I do have a mild question as well. Would you happen to have any scrolls of identification on you?
Scrolls of identify. You see, she what it looked like she was putting her stall into. You actually realize is a handy haversack, similar to a bag of holding, but has multiple pouches. She looks through stuff and she's like, "Huh?"
No, nothing. I was like, what does she have for sale? But it can wait.
Looking through this stuff that she has, she eventually pulls out a scroll and she says, "I've got a scroll of purified food and drink if you'd like."
No, that would not be needed at the moment. I can do that myself.
All right.
What do you
I've got various things. What are you in the mood for?
have? I don't know. I'm just curious.
All right. Well, as I see what all this thing will give me. All right. So, if you're looking for trinkets and doodads for just sorts of fun stuff, I've gotten. She pulls out a couple of dice. She says, "Any gamblers?"
Oh boy, what do those do?
Well, these are called charlatans' dice. They're a wee bit of a fun little trick. As I pull up charlatans' dice. Not Doyce dice. Or so charlatans' dice require attunement. Whenever you roll the six-sided die, you choose what number it pops up as
Every time?
every time. It requires attunement for one die. She's got two. It would require two attunement slots for these two dice.
How much is that?
Charlatans' dice? Well, they're technically. She kind of like pulls you close. I'm technically not supposed to sell them, but I will part for them with for a right price. See, the thing is, gambling halls, they don't tend to like it if you use them. And those with quick hands can swap out the dice that they hand over with these little sneaky little buggers. I would be willing to part with them for about, we'll say, 250 each, 500 for the pair.
See, the thing is, I do not have quick hands. Looks at my -1 sleight of hand.
I was gonna say it would be a sleight of hand to swap out dice, but there's nothing saying you can't like go up to a tavern and have them already.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Do you have anything like a ring that might increase your strength?
Oh, strength rings. Let me see. I've got a potion that'll increase your strength temporarily.
I was looking for something more permanent.
Sorry, not this time around.
I was thinking my strength is at 19. I know I don't get another bonus till it's at 20. I assume with the gauntlets, if you added something else on, it would continue to increase, right?
Nope. It is permanently at 19 until you get something that would increase it further. It doesn't add on to things.
Okay, so if I had that and then I got something else that increased it, it wouldn't stack.
That is correct.
Oh, well, okay, never mind then. So if she doesn't have a ring, are we gonna go and find somebody else that could just cast a spell?
I've got other things.
Are you able to source the ring?
I can source the ring. I don't know when I'll be able to get it in because it's quite a ask. Actually, real quick, would you guys mind if we take a quick bio break?
I would love that
Yeah,
right
that's
now. I've
fine.
been holding it.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Just come back at the top of the hour.
I want a
Sounds great.
cuppa.
Yeah.
I really had a piece I
See you
could
in
afford,
10.
so I was just like sneak out.
It was actually you doing that made me think, probably should do that.
Well, it doesn't help that I drink like a whole bunch of monsters while I'm playing D&D because coffee is an addiction.
I don't know how to mute this, so I'm just gonna leave the group so I can charge my headphones while I go grab a cup of tea.
Perky, are you there?
Yep.
So,
Fuck you.
maybe later. No. So I had to go look up one of your videos from a couple sessions ago because there was some information I was needing. And it's back when we were in Phandalin before we went to the Temple of Abathor. And Bailey had made a joke about Ovi was getting service or no. So Ovi was talking about, that we were trying to repair Phandalin, and Byrne was like, well, Ovi being, a member of the town, could probably just, trade for services. Bailey's like, yeah, services from Rebecca down the street. And then I apparently just start laughing that Obi laugh where I eventually stop making noise. It's like, oh god, I sound like that.
Yes, I love it.
You sound like you're dying.
That's how you know you've actually broke Obi. It doesn't even sound like a laugh, it sounds like I'm trying to fucking breathe.
Oh, so it sounds like you when you're trying to sleep.
Shut up.
Next time, Obi's getting his own room.
Really?
Or he's buying me some good-ass earplugs.
Did they have to be Starbucks brand?
So they just look like little coffee beans. Oh, so fluffy.
No.
From now on, if we're in battle, it's reading like people just need to dogpile around me because of this.
What is this?
I posted in the chat. The
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Roll 20 chat.
Okay.
Aura of protection. Apparently, if you make a saving throw, just being near me, you get a +2 to your saving throws.
What up?
I think that's the large number, so it'd be a +2. Really wish I had put more into charisma now.
I wish I put some more in intelligence.
It's one of those barbarians don't really use intelligence, so that's like the dump stat. Like strength is my dump stat. I have an 8 in strength.
I know, but at the same time, I feel like Scarlet's stupid, and I don't feel like, since she's been around so long, that she shouldn't be stupid.
Well, that would more so be wisdom, correct?
No. Remember, intelligence is knowing that tomatoes are fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put tomato in a fruit salad.
Exactly.
Okay. This is also another reason why, that's why I always like humans. It's balanced. I don't have a single stat below 10.
I return from the dead.
I remember Scarlet was learning a language from one of y'all. I don't remember who it was and what language it was. I just knew I was learning one.
I don't remember.
I want to say it's Goblin.
Then that would be from Ginkgo.
That's what I want to say, it's Goblin, but at the same time, I'm like, is it though?
Gobble, gobble. By the way, Scarlet, because you said you might want to pull from the deck, I do have the deck out. case you wish to.
No, bad. They could take your soul and not know where it's at. They could poof your body and heavens knows where.
But then I could be naked, and you never know. I could end up in an orgy.
I've read through those cards. It's not a good idea.
But
Your characters don't know this either,
but
but I am
Nope.
not going to actually.
But like I
force that
said,
your characters
I
don't
had
know
a
thing.
I had a negative effect, so I'm taking that as okay to not do it.
But see, we would know that with all the good that has happened, there has to be a bad downfall. It's not going to be all good.
but Scarlet Lex.
Y'all ain't 40 years old and experiencing horrors of life. You don't understand those downturns.
Will you ever anti-age a little bit, Brock?
There's ways.
I
There is
feel
one.
like. Oh, I thought y'all just mean. I was like, what are you talking about? I feel like I don't act like a 40-year-old at all.
So this is like a totally out of character thing. Like, listening like to the Vox Machina stuff when they fought the Sphinx, they were forced to age. But Pike with Greater Restoration was able to undo that aging. Is that a Matt Mercer thing or is that like a legit thing?
If you cast it within, I think there's something about like you have to cast it within like an hour of it happening.
It also depends on where you get it from, how you get that aging.
Okay, I figure there's probably different types.
Yeah. While we are waiting, I'll share her inventory.
Perky, I just sent the video to the chat with me. Even it sounds like when the wind is really bad and it hits just right.
Okay, so I think I'm slightly weird because a lot of people that I know, if they drink like coffee, it's not because they like the taste of it. It's just
I
they
love coffee.
want-
You need
so
caffeine.
much.
Yeah.
No,
I
nah.
love the
I
taste
love the
of
taste
it.
of coffee. I love the taste of coffee. We were talking about that today at work. I was like, I already drank like 4 or 5 cups. And I was like, man, I know I don't need any more. I'm wide awake. I'm doing good. But damn it, I just want more coffee.
Right? I swear, if I was at my mom's, I would be spending like $20-$40 in like the Keurigs because I would be drinking like 20 of those bitches a day.
Buy the reusable filters and then just use regular
Yeah,
coffee.
we do that.
And that's why they made decaf coffee.
Decaf tastes like ass.
It
Correct.
legit does.
It has a completely different flavor. So does instant coffee.
Correct.
It all tastes bad to me.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't want
Ouch.
to freaking hear it. You eat mean beans from Java Coffee
True.
Monsters
True. There is a
and the
there's-
salted caramel one
There is a few I found that I do like.
and the vanilla one. And the Irish creams that you swear it tastes like alcohol even though they're not alcoholic.
Oh, it does. The Irish cream straight up tastes like it's like alcoholic.
What is it like? Does it taste like Bailey's or something?
Yes, actually, it kind of tastes like Bailey's.
Well, you know what they say about the Irish. The morning they wake, they get drunky-dinky.
What?
My mom, she has more Irish in her, and her dad, was in the army, and he had a friend that was also Irish, and he would always complain to this guy, like, what's in your coffee? Oh, Bailey's, or alcohol. It was like alcohol or Bailey's or whatever, and he's like, why? And he'd go, oh, and he would slur at this point. He'd be like, because we're Irish, and the morning we wake, he meant to say we're drunk a lot, or drunk something like that, but he would say drinky dinky. So she says that every time.
Drinky linky.
Yeah, but she says drinky dinky.
Anywho.
I've returned. I have my Earl Grey.
I am currently writing out all the items because I know I'm going to say them, and then y'all are going to be like, what all did they have again?
Oh, she's telling us everything she has?
I'm giving her inventory.
Oh.
That way you can buy what you wish.
I was just more like curious. Like, you know how you go into like an antique store or like a really fancy store and you're just like, let's just see what there is. Like, most likely not
She
gonna buy it,
wouldn't happen to
but
have a book that says this is totally not a tome of understanding,
Yeah.
right? Like, definitely doesn't have that there for like 100 gold.
Totally not a tome of understanding. Yep. Sorry, I am almost done typing out inventory. I just cannot spell for the life of me, so I keep doing typos.
No worries. I'm sitting here eating pistachios.
Ooh.
my tea is too hot. So I'm blowing on it. That's both the good and the bad thing about this mug tree, is that it keeps things hot for like so long.
Right.
And so like it stays hot for a while, which is great when my ADHD forgets that it's there. But when I'm aware of it and I want to drink it, it's like, this is too hot.
We're not giving you that one. That does not exist on this list.
Well, then, since it doesn't exist, tell us what it is.
Vorpal sword.
Oh, hell no. Don't let us have access to that. I'll spend all the money for that.
I was going to say random generation for what all is in the place. One of them is Vorpal sword. I'm like, no.
Oh, did you roll 20? Congratulations. It's dead.
Unless it's a Hydra, then screw you.
Well, yeah, but don't pull the Vorpal sword out with the Hydra.
We'll do one more roll. Give you.
I think the old school 3.5 Vorpal was only +5 valued enchant. I think.
Only. You say only?
Yeah. So, well, the way that 3.5 worked was that when you enchanted something, they had an enchantment value. No, so you can enchant. You had to have at least a +1 enchantment on it to put any other magical effects on it, right? So you do a +1, gives you a +1 to hit and damage. Then after it's +1, you can add on with like fire, frost, and all the other shit, right? But
yeah,
but they all cost, accordingly how much. So +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. You couldn't have more than +5 of non-attack damage enchant. So if you had a Vorpal weapon, the highest you could possibly make it, this is the cream of the crop, like epic level characters, a +5 Vorpal. That's it, because you can't have a Vorpal ice or a Vorpal fire. You can't have anything else because it takes up all 5 of the basically non-basic you can have.
Yeah.
But Vorpal was the only thing that was +5.
I mean, that makes sense. You would want a Vorpal to be that hard to get.
That hard to get, and then you can't have other flavor things with it. Like, it's like your Vorpal, cool. Well, that's all you get.
Let me check on this one before I say yes, that'll be the final item.
Totally a book that says this is not a book of Tome of Understanding.
I mean, I'll sell that to you. It won't be a tome of understanding. It'll just be a book.
It'll be a tome. No, it'll be a tome of understanding. Step 1. Free your mind. Accept. You get done reading, you're like, I don't feel any better.
See, the thing is, this thing keeps rolling stuff for, like, mage characters. Like, a bunch of wands, and I'm like, it's the worst rolls for a party of marshals.
I love it. Also, the Tome of Understanding is written by Ram Tobbins.
I mean, to be fair, we do have Lennar back in Phandalin.
Yeah.
Look,
true.
man, I love Lennar. I love Lennar. Lennar's awesome. I'm not dropping 10,000 on his shit.
He does have a wand built with Legos that can do anything.
It is very literally built with Legos.
And I love that.
I don't think Phandalin loves that.
You know, we ain't been there in a moment.
All right.
We're gonna go back there, and it's gonna be raised by a dragon.
It's just gonna be gone in a different plane.
I will add 2 things, just because one of these is just hilarious, and I want to add it anyway. Right. I apologize for the slow. I need to do more DM prep.
Oh, are we gonna try to find somebody to build our cart while we're here too?
I mean, if you so wish. All right. So, here's her inventory. Actually, so she'll pull out. All right. So these are the things I've got left. These dice here, $250 a piece, 500 for the pair. I recommend you get the pair. If you get only 1 dice on a game of dice, then you only can control 1 of the dice. You kind of need 2, unless you're playing liar's dice. Then you need as many of them as you can possibly do. Regardless, I'm going into Moira's voice. Regardless, charlatan's dice. I've got myself a dark shard amulet. I've got myself a orb of direction. This here potion right here, and she pulls out this pretty big potion. And she swirls it around, and at first it just like looks like an amber liquid. When she starts swirling it, it starts crackling and sparking on the inside violently as if it's about to explode. This here will make you as strong as a fire giant. Give you indigestion too. Be careful with it. I've got myself some healing potions. I've got myself this here funny ring. Not entirely sure what it says, but on the inside it says, it used to belong to a man named Jesus. I don't know. Got here.
I know what it is. Oh, okay, I love it.
got myself here this stick that looks like a snake. You throw it on the ground, it becomes a snake. I got myself that scroll of purified food and drink that you're talking about. I've got myself this here funny looking hat. Pulls out this hat that's like ragged and ugly and like it looks like it was pulled out of a sewer, and she shakes it and like a couple of rats literally fall out from it.
Is that a hat of disguise?
Oh, I mean, you can put it on your head if you'd like. It stinks a little bit. You want to try it out? Would you like to try it out?
Sure.
All right. So, you put the hat on your head, and you feel something on top of your head.
Is it another rat?
I don't know. Take the hat off. Are you going to take the hat off of your head?
Yes.
All right. Roll me a d6.
I think there's something wrong with Covington, babe.
Does he have a touch of autism?
You take the hat off of your head, and a bat flies away.
Kinko grabs the hat and throws it on his own head.
You feel something on the top of your head. You go to take off the hat?
Yeah.
Alright, you take off the hat and you hear... Orbit.
Oh my god, is it a frog or a toad?
It's a frog on top of your head.
Oh, I pet it.
You go to try to grab it and it jumps away.
I don't want to grab it, I just wanted to pet it. Sleight of hand check?
Sure, roll me a sleight of hand check. Yeah, sure, it's a frog. You're able to pet it a little bit before it decides to jump away. Yeah.
Kind of want to know what the other 4 animals are.
I don't know why, but for whatever reason, just all sorts of vermin come out of this hat. And this... Hey, the seller, Aaron, looks at you, Triss.
Hmm?
This might be up your alley. In fact, I think I've seen it on Illyrians like you before.
Oh, really?
And she reaches into the bag and she pulls out armor that you would be able to recognize immediately. It is the armor that the warrior caste of your people wear. Feyrot armor.
Oh. How'd you get that?
Got it in a trade with an Illyrian. They were trying to pay off some gambling debts. And they needed money.
Have you met my brother?
I don't know. I don't know your brother.
It's pretty on brand for him.
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
I
was gonna say, did it sound like you?
Wait, you
it
have
sounded
a
like
brother?
said-
I have several brothers.
Do you have a sister?
I do. She's married. Oh, I have 2 sisters, a twin and an older sister who's married, and several sister-in-laws. But you know,
Is the twin single?
Yeah.
Can I meet the sister?
Eventually.
Cool.
I can't find my trace document because I'm looking in sheets, not doc. There's so many of them, it's hard to keep track of all of their names. All right. The one with the gambling and debt issues is Dane. Daen.
That sounds about right.
About this
Let's see.
high, kind of like around like the 6'7", quite bulky, short hair, black hair, brown eyes. Tan.
Yep, that'd be him.
Yep.
I assume you're going to be wanting this so you can rub it in his face.
Oh, I want it so bad. How much?
1,000.
We got you, boo.
And that's
Sure.
a deal. Just because this is a story. A story I can share at the pub.
Money spent. I hand her 100 platinum.
All right. So here's the list for y'all. If any of these sound fun or interesting, or you would like to ask more about them, you may. Feyrot armor has been bought for 1,000. I will send you the thing.
Thanks.
It is considered studded leather.
Can I wear that?
You are allowed. It is. It's 12 rather than the 11 of your normal leather, so your armor class just goes up by 1 while you're wearing this.
But you look cooler as well.
Very cooler. I'll send it to you in the Discord.
My dear Anne, what is the value you will place in upon on these potions of healing?
Oh, I tend to go with the standard of 50. They're just the basic healing. They're actually my own stash, but I mean, you give me 50, I can just go down to the potion maker and grab more. You need them.
All right, I give her 20 platinum for the 4 for us to put into our inventory. Guys, that just so y'all are aware, that rounds us to a solid 10 healing potions we have. So if people need to have some of their inventory, please let me know.
See, I've got 3 basic ones on me right now too.
I think I only have a greater.
One thing I've learned in game, just always have them available. I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them.
So you can make us a wand of cure wounds.
Yeah, I think Obi's down to 1 greater healing potion.
Yeah, I just have a potion of greater
he,
healing.
He ended up using most of his potions back at the Temple of Abathor. What good did it do him?
You died 1 turn later than you normally would have.
I'm curious about the Dark Shard Amulet and the Orb of Direction, about what they do.
Sure. Asking about it, she pulls out the Orb of Direction. She tosses it to you. Make me a... we'll say this is just a general dexterity check. See if you can catch it.
Okay. Heyo!
Yeah. The DC was real low because she's lightly tossing it to you. As you catch it into your hand, she says, "Look in it." What do you do?
I look into it.
You look into it, and you see a map of the stars for a brief moment. Then it seems to change and shift, and then you see the North Star, and it's pointed in a direction where you can easily tell that north is that direction. It's a fancy compass.
I was about to say it's a compass.
It's a fancy compass. That's all it is.
I ain't gonna lie though, we have Triss and Ginkgo. We don't need that. I'm just being honest. Like I got I got the two of them. Between the two of them, we're not getting lost anywhere. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, like Triss has legitimately all the things that we're not getting lost, so we don't need to spend the money on that.
I got you guys.
Mm-hmm. And what's the Dark Shard amulet?
All right, 1 second. Responding to a message.
No worries.
Dark Shard amulet. It is a item that requires attunement by a certain class. So she hands you the amulet over and says, you're not a you're a religious type, probably not in your hands. Goes to each of you, eventually settles on Jaraxxus and says, you ever sell your soul to a devil? You're a tiefling. Tieflings tend to sell their souls to devils.
Not yet, per se. Why?
Probably not up your alley then.
What's it do?
Well, it solidifies the tie to your patron and allows you to, out of character, you are required to be a warlock for this. You have to be a warlock, otherwise it is pointless to have. You can use it as your warlock spell focus. And if you try to cast a cantrip that you don't know that is on the warlock spell list, you can make a check and cast it anyway.
Well, hot damn. Not bad.
If you succeed the check.
Yeah, but if you're a warlock, why are you casting anything other than Eldritch Blast?
Well, sometimes you need other spells.
Nah, you don't. Eldritch Blast.
No, that staff, that does seem interesting. Like, we could possibly use it as a good distraction if we're ever in somewhere.
What staff?
The staff of the python that she said turns into a snake if you throw it down.
Oh, didn't see on the list. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, I remember that discussion part now. My dear, how much is this staff of python?
Hold on while I pull up my list again of magic items and the costs of them. I really wish this was alphabetical. That would make searching for things so much easier.
Sorry, Scarlet. 3 brothers, 2 sisters. Not 4 brothers, 2 sisters.
Scarlet's gonna try to like boink your sister. I'm not gonna lie.
You can certainly try.
I mean, unless that staff requires attunement, in which case it wouldn't be useful to any of us except for Ginkgo.
All staffs require attunement.
Let me double check on if this one does or not.
Cause I'm just thinking, like, if we need to distract somebody, I could just like mage hand it somewhere, throw it down, and it create a small distraction. But obviously, if I need to attune to it, then that would cause a problem.
Because you're already attuned to stuff.
Well, also, I have my sword, and
Now the dice. Or I assume you're going to be buying the dice.
Well, he's got the the gauntlets, the swords. That started 2 right there.
Yeah, and the dice. Well, I have shit ass sleight of hand. I have not a chance in hell of sneaking those in somewhere.
Well, it's not sneaking them in. It's sneaking, like, swapping the dice out mid-game.
Yeah.
Staff of the Python does require attunement. It requires attunement by a cleric, a druid, or a warlock.
Oh well. Shit. Couldn't even use
Which
it for
gender?
Ginkgo then. Yeah, we got
What was
no use
that?
for it then.
No, I'm just being perverted because I can be.
Looks at the 2 clerics in the party. No use for it.
Well, I mean, Lothar could use it, but then that means getting rid of his fancy bonker. Obi uses daggers for the most part, so...
Fancy bonker.
Yeah, it's a fancy bonker.
It's a warhammer, son.
Well, to be fair, Obi uses a
Bonkety
dagger
bonk, bonk, bonk.
singular. Usually opens up with a short sword when he's in clear range and then follows up with a dagger.
So, do you want to see what this does?
So it'd be up to you two whether or not you want to buy it.
Perhaps a demonstration if you're more interested. I could use the 2,000 for this, if you're so willing to buy it. The merchant is going to, Aaron is going to take the staff, twirl it a little bit, throw it out in front of her. It's going to clatter on the ground. And then she's going to say, "Come out, Moses." And then the staff is going to start moving on its own and growing. And before you is now a giant constrictor snake. To give you an example of what you're looking at, this is huge. Like, bigger than a horse.
Like, medium, large, huge.
Medium, large, huge, yes. Like, it looks like it could probably swallow you whole.
That's not a distraction. That is an intimidation.
Problem is, you have to be careful. She walks up to the giant snake and starts petting its scales. If Moses here ever happens to bite the dust, well, your staff is gonna break. So you gotta be careful, and you gotta make sure that old Moses here is he's kept in good hands. And the snake will move its head down. Like, it is a chunky head. Like, this thing does hunt horses, kind of size of head. She takes the head and kisses the top of the head, and it flicks its tongue out.
Obi just goes over and, like, rubs the finger along the top of its head and is like, "Well, I would be interested, but I deal in more poisonous things, not venomous."
You're probably wanting a staff of the adder, then.
Obi just kind of chuckles. Say, while we're here, do you know any merchants that sell, metals of various degrees?
What you looking for?
It kind of depends. I need either a half-pound of mithril or 2 pounds of adamantine.
Well, there's a, I want to say one of them was selling adamantine, but I want to say it was an adamantine shield? On one of the other floors?
I don't know
I'd
if they've
be
gone
needing-
away yet.
I'd be needing raw material.
I don't deal in raw material. Sorry.
That's alright.
But yeah, are any of you interested in these? Come back, Moses. And the staff will, or the snake will slither over towards her, and like as it shrinks, it straightens out into a staff, and she just grabs it by the neck as it at the last few bits before it's a staff again. She sticks it back into the bag. Anything?
No, I think I'm good. I don't know about you guys.
I feel like we have purchased all that we currently need, unless any of my compatriots feel separately.
All right.
I think we're good.
If you come back in about a week, I'll probably have different stuff.
That
Hey,
is
what?
good to know. We should.
Thanks for this, though. Sorry.
Well, make sure he feels the pain of it.
I hope I don't ever see him again, but if I do, I will.
Oh, if I could be a fly on the wall. Anyway,
Do you know of a reputable smithy? That's going to be our next stop, I think.
reputable smithy. Well, I do know there's a fella I heard about. Comes round every so once in a while. What was his name? Obelisk? Was his name?
That's funny because that was the original name back in the day.
I think she's talking about you.
Oh, I know. It's just
I'm going to, like, lean an elbow on Obi's head and be like, do you know of anybody better by chance?
don't make. You know what? I'm gonna hope that was a joke, because otherwise I will buy that staff and I will use it.
It wasn't a joke. He was not joking. You should buy the staff.
Could it be the dragon?
He pulls out the staff, slowly and taunting you with it.
I get what you're getting at, Jirax. I merely bring my wares over here to sell. We need someone who actually has their own shop set up with a proper anvil.
I mostly
I'm
don't
sh-
want you to lose a month of your life.
I'm sure one of my competitors over in the Blue Lake District has something we can... Hell, maybe I could buy some materials off of them that I need.
I'm pretty sure you have the mithril already.
Do we?
You've collected some of it throughout your adventures.
I
Say,
think
I have-
for a full plate.
I have 2 pounds on me right now, not counting the tiny little pebble that I'm keeping forever and ever.
That's what it was. He's got the fucking mithril. In which case, fuck that.
Say, the original plan with it was to make armor for Lenara, but he's staying on Phandalin now.
In which case, Obi needs to find a place that deals in exotic stuff. Needs one last ingredient to make a thing. And I have a feeling I'm only going to be able to find this at like some sort of black market.
Well, you do have connections.
But I might as well be nice and lead them over to where the blacksmiths usually hang out in Blue Lane, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you remember one of them. They had a bejeweled hammer.
Yeah, let's go make a visit over to them.
In fact, you remember the name of the shop, the Bejeweled Hammer.
How creative.
Most smiths aren't. At least when it comes to names.
Pixel.
Alright, you go over to the Bejeweled Hammer, and it's a different person working the anvil this time. It looks to be a half-elf, though they have dwarven tattoos up one of their arms. They look at you with a smile and they say, "How can I help?"
Othar, you're the one with the haglet and the money.
Oh, a dwarf. He kind of like rubs his hands against his pants. My dwarvish is a little rusty, so he switches to dwarvish. Can I help you today, young
Bitch.
sir?
I do speak Dwarvish. I speak back. My dear sir, we are here looking for your finest piece of plate armor in which you have in this establishment.
Oh, and he says plate armor, but it's the wrong plate. He says the dinnerware plate when he says plate armor.
Is he the dwarven version of like a weeb?
Make me an insight check.
I don't know if I'm good at those, but I will. For the
Well, I'd
roll.
assume he's not actually a dwarf.
No, he's
Oh, he's a half elf.
This is adorable.
How are you going to be a dwarf and not speak dwarvish?
10.
I will let you decide what you think he is.
He's a weeb.
I love it. Can we just support him emotionally?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna assume
Can
he's
we
a.
just give him like popcorn and watch like a funny movie with him and just give him cuddles?
I'm picturing him like he's a human, but he's short and stout.
So, what you see before you, this half elf, they
half-elf.
are. It's a half elf. It is a half elf with a very like. Have you ever seen somebody with a beard that just won't grow in?
Yes.
I can think of somebody.
He's got that beard, but it's like very ginger, but it's like a dyed ginger.
Huh.
He has shaved his head bald. He's got dwarven tattoos up one of his arms. It's like a sleeve. But it's like that term. It is proper dwarvish. But like
I wonder who he.
they went with the cool runes, not necessarily meaningful runes.
Who was that lady who was
Who
white
does this
but
sound
said that she was like transracial? What's her name?
Okay, hold on. So.
Did you put a perky in this game?
Oh my god, that description fits. Fuck. The ginger.
You do happen to see there is a belt around his waist with a dwarven face on it.
Okay, Obi is going to start talking to the dude in Elven. Like, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I think for business it would be much easier if you just spoke to us in common.
He kind of looks at you for a long moment and sighs and says, "Fine. All right. You looking for plate armor?"
Yes, sir. We are looking for some plate armor for my my tiefling friend over here.
As you guys are talking, Obi just starts like taking his pinky and rubbing the inside of his ear because that dude's dwarvish was like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh yeah. Obi, roll you specifically, you and only you. Roll me an Arcana check. Nobody else can help you on this.
All right. Is button there it is.
Okay, you don't know. Shame. Anyway, yeah, he. All right.
I think I
your
know what
friend,
it is, and I love it.
Your friend. He would need to be fitted and marked out for one. We can commission one to his size. It'll take about a year. We're kind of backlogged.
A year?
We're kind of backlogged.
Do you know of any place that might have some, like, within like a week? Because we kind of need it now. We're in a bit of a pickle with some problems going on, and I would like to be better protected.
I don't know about a week, but if you find a smith, or honestly, we could probably bump you up into the books if you wanted to strike a deal, maybe. But honestly, I don't want to get in trouble with the guards. We've got a contract with them to make some chainmail and to do a couple repairs, and I don't want to. I really don't want to piss them off, especially because it'll go back on, well, the owner's head. But if you can find a free smithy, they might be able to get it to you in a month. But you're gonna want your plate armor fitted for you. It's not something you can just buy off the rack like you can with chain. Even chain, you still have to do some fitting.
So at that kind of rate, Obi could make it himself.
Yeah, but Obi would also be stuck working on that thing every day and would not be able to adventure for a month. Which, if you want to do a time skip of a month for that to do, you can. I'm not going to stop you. You literally have the money where you could do that very easily and stay in very nice conditions.
We'd have to go back to Thingy though, right? Because that's where his smith is.
Yeah, you'd have to go back to Phandalin for that.
So we could do that after we deal with glass staff. That would be the right kind of time frame for that.
Yeah.
Do you?
And the mother could be somewhat built by then too, at least like livable.
See, for my hold person spell, I need a small piece of a straight piece of iron. How much would you have a small piece of that?
You can use your sword. It's not small, but it is iron.
Okay, I didn't know if that would technically count. Never mind then.
Yeah, you can also use your holy symbol because you're not expending it.
Okay, fair enough. I just know some things said a holy symbol, but that specifically said a small straight piece of iron, so...
Your holy symbol doubles as, because you're a paladin, it doubles as a casting focus. So long as the item that, or the spell you're trying to cast does not have a cost or something is not destroyed, you can use your holy symbol in place of it.
Okay, cool. Well, that's the only thing I needed from here, unless you guys need something.
No.
No, I'm good.
Actually, wait, would you have a javelin that's just made out of straight metal so I don't risk it breaking if I do throw it?
That'd be pretty darn heavy. but I mean, like, I could commission you one. It wouldn't be terribly hard. Probably get it in between orders.
Yeah, I'll just have Obi make that too. Obi,
All right.
you're gonna become my smithy bitch for a while.
Fine.
Scarlett's just gonna like walk over to Lothar and like steal his cup of coffee.
And Obi is going to sneak off to find a.
How you plan on doing that?
One of you needs to roll a sleight of hand and a stealth, and the other person needs to roll 2 perception. If the stealth fails, the sleight of hand auto fails.
It's in his bag of holding.
There's also the stealth check that needs to be made. Another check from you, Lothar. Yeah. You're taking a drink, you set your coffee down to fiddle with something. You turn around and you must have misplaced it. It's not there.
Scarlett's just standing behind him, like just chugging the shit out of it.
Roll me a d20. Actually, if you're chugging, roll me 3d20. Okay. It's good coffee.
All's good in the coffee world.
Fun fact, you wouldn't know this, but the coffee flavor changes for you. It changes to fit the taste of the person drinking it.
What?
So what does it mean being porter?
I guess.
No,
It's just like some basic ass coffee with some like nice cream and sugar in it.
I prefer mine with just a small splash of cream.
Like
It
your
depends on
tea?
my day.
You mean you preferred it, because as far as you know, it no longer is there. You can check around for it. It might be in your bag.
Okay, I feel bad. I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder and hand him back his mug.
My dear, if you just wanted to drink some coffee, all you needed to do was ask. There's no need to frown upon our relationship and sneak behind.
I know, but you know, I gotta keep my skills sharp just in case. And I'm bored. No, I'm kidding.
I know it's getting towards the end, but does Obi know of a shop where I could get some animal parts?
And the animal part that you're asking for is probably going to be on the black market, and you would have to go contact your...
I was going to say, I know Fang of a Green Dragon would probably be something off like a black market auction house, but didn't know how rare a wyvern is.
That's also probably going to be on the black market.
Right. I'll just save that till the next session.
Probably. That'd be an interesting session going to the black market. Perhaps, or that'd be an interesting session idea going to the black market. Perhaps it'll happen next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Can we go and talk to the lumber people? Also, I was thinking, do we also need to find like a stone mill for building the manor? Because it's not just going to be lumber, right?
Yeah, it was not just lumber. You do need to find stone. But y'all paid the money to have them do it.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
So why were we coming here to talk to a lumber yard?
For Fandolin.
Yeah, that was gonna be for Fandolin in general.
Oh.
So I think it would just be lumber because I think it was a wooden wall, wasn't it?
Yeah, you were wanting a wooden barricade around the city because a stone wall would be a lot.
Do we have time to go talk to somebody?
We will save that for next time because it's like 3 minutes till. So I think this is a good place to stop as any.
Sounds good. And Ginkgo's going to be asking Ember next week about all information she has about Ebondeth and all that stuff. Or maybe the session after that. I don't know how long we're going to be in Neverwinter, but Ginkgo's going to do going to do a lot of research on that dragon.
All right. Sounds good. I hope you all enjoyed the session.
Well, sure, got things done.
Yes.
You
Learn
spent
armor
money.
takes a while.
Yeah. Anyway, see you all next week.
Good night.
Good
Oh, yeah.
night.
Bye.